Playoff football is here. FCS opening round action in Cookeville, Tennessee on this late November afternoon between the Fighting Hawks of North Dakota and the Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. Welcome to the NCAA FCS playoffs on ESPN. The North Dakota Fighting Hawks traveling from Grand Forks to face off against the 13th seed in Tennessee Tech here in Cookeville. Round one kicks off today. 24 total teams in the field. Here's a look at our portion of the bracket. The winner of this matchup will move on to face the 4 seed in Tarleton State in the second round. Well, we are ready to roll inside Tucker Stadium. Kelsey Casper alongside Doc Holliday. And everything these two teams have done this season has led them to this point. Playoff football and a chance at a national championship.
And it's all about this, Kelsey. Everything before this, I like to call it the preseason. They call it the regular season. I like to call it the preseason because you're trying to get to the postseason. That's exactly where we are today in Cookeville.
Well, two very different journeys, but something they have in common. Two talented dual-threat quarterbacks. Jerry Kaminsky for UND, Kekoa Visperas for Tennessee Tech. Doc, both of these guys need to have big games if they want to win. 2
bucket getters. You got Kaminsky. He's a sophomore. He was a backup last year. He learned a lot. He's been leading this North Dakota team. And then you got Kekoa Visperas, just an absolute beast. 2025 Offensive Player of the Year. He goes as they go, and they go as he goes.
Interested to see how that matchup plays out, but another big key, it's at the line. This is a big North Dakota squad, especially on the offensive line. The Golden Eagles are going to have to combat being outsized up front.
Indeed, you got that North Dakota offensive line coming from Grand Forks, bringing their fork because they love to eat in the run game. That defensive line for Tennessee Tech has to keep up. But then on the other side, you have that Tennessee Tech offensive line. They have an advantage. So you just got two teams trying to push each other out of the way. We're going to see who's going to be the biggest pusher today.
Well, both teams looking to keep their postseason journeys alive with a win today. And in just a few short weeks, the national champion will be crowned on January 5th, just about an hour west down the road in Nashville, Tennessee. Well, North Dakota will kick things away. Tennessee Tech back to receive, and they will get the ball first to start this FCS opening round matchup. Trey Holloway back to receive for the Golden Eagles. He'll field it right at the 1-yard line. And he is met right inside the 20-yard line. And that is where Tennessee Tech will get things started. And we get our first look at Kekoa Visperas, the 5th-year senior transfer from Eastern Washington. He was the OVC Offensive Player of the Year.
And he's a straight baller, Coach Bobby Wilder, the head coach for Tennessee Tech, says this team goes as he goes. He has to play well in all aspects, running the rock, throwing the rock, and being an emotional leader. You look at him, 2,400 passing yards, 25 touchdowns, school's record, and just 5 picks.
And he'll have to go up against this North Dakota defense. Ranks 8th in FCS in rush defense. Quick pass, he connects with his tight end, Brian Courtney, who's pushed out of bounds. He had a big game last week, including the game-tying touchdown.
I love how Courtney plays. He can run great routes. He has great hands. And you see the first play of the game, we won't have to go watch it. Just a 5-yard quick out, pick up an easy 5 yards.
Darius Jennings, a running back, lined up in the backfield. Play action. That is caught by Steve Brown. Just short of the first down marker, it'll bring up 3rd down.
Seeing some of that North Dakota physicality early in the game. I love what Tennessee Tech is doing. They're trying to get on the outside and using their speed, trying to test to see if North Dakota has the same kind of speed. And right now, the Fighting Hawks showing a whole bunch of fight these first 2 plays.
Tennessee Tech making just their 2nd FBS playoff appearance in program history. First since 2011. Here's an early 3rd and 5. Visperas pressured. Drops back. He's got a man wide open. Tramel Jones with a big catch and a big first down to move the chains for the Golden Eagles.
And I absolutely love this route. You got Visperas throws a beautiful ball, just enough air. You have a great route, just a nice little corner route to the sideline. He gets it, big play. That's what you want to do if you're Tennessee Tech, especially on his first drive, putting that pressure on North Dakota.
22-yard catch for Tramel Jones. Another pass. but Noah Robinson is hit hard. Pass goes incomplete. Contact made by Grant Nolan to break that one up.
That's one of them Uchi ouchies. Coming out here trying to run a hitch route and gets hit with a Uchi ouchie.
Asparis again is going to take a shot, and it falls incomplete. Great coverage down the sideline by Bennett Walker, and it's third down.
You got to give this North Dakota defense all kinds of respect because he tried it. He tried to run a go route and just great DB play. That's what you want. You want to turn your hips, find out what the receiver's doing. The receiver tries to get on top of him. He didn't allow it, gets his head around and deflects that pass.
So again, it's third down for this Tennessee Tech offense. Jennings in motion. Quick pass to the outside. Leaps over a man, and he's past midfield, but still shy of the line to gain. That brings up fourth down.
I absolutely love this effort. This is what you want. You got Asparis just throwing the screen out, trying to flank that North Dakota defense. Goes up high on the elevator and takes a big shot. Love the effort, but he's feeling it right now. He has to go to the sideline, and Tennessee Tech has to punt.
They'll bring out the punt unit early after getting a big game from Tramell Jones. North Dakota defense able to get off the field. Zach Lewis back for the Fighting Hawks to receive. And they're gonna let this one roll down to about the 17-yard line. So North Dakota defense doing its job and setting up their offense for an opportunity to score on their opening drive. And we get to see the sophomore Jerry Kaminsky. I know we talked about him in the open, but he is just a sophomore. This is his first year starting at North Dakota, and he has 25 touchdown passes.
And just watching the film on him, I love the way he throws that rock. I love the way he runs that rock, and I love the way he leads this North Dakota offense. So getting first looks at him, I'm really, really surprised that they don't show him enough respect, but I think he's about to take some right now.
Play action on the first play. Pass caught by Dang Dang. Good enough for about a 4-yard gain. And something about Jerry Kaminsky is he gets everyone involved in this offense. He has thrown completions to 8 or more receivers in 9 games this season.
You have to share and share alike, and that's how you keep all your receivers and all your pass catchers and everybody involved in the offense, because they know they're going to run their routes 100% because they know it's a great possibility they can get the rock thrown to them.
Low snap. Kaminsky on the move. And that throw is in the ground and falls incomplete. Intended to Dang Dang again, and they have an early 3rd and 7.
I love the little combo route that came out with. You had somebody with the underneath the out route, then over top a little bit deeper. You got Kaminsky rolling. Just couldn't get enough velocity or air underneath the ball. Now Tennessee Tech with a great opportunity to stop North Dakota and get the ball in good field position if they can cause them to punt.
Kaminsky, quick pass, it's caught, but immediately on the ground. Pass caught by Corey Ty. Still short of the first down marker. It'll bring up fourth down.
And that's one of those situations you got. Ty comes out. He has to know what the sticks are. Kaminsky knows what the sticks are. He runs the right route, but he didn't get deep enough in a position like that. You like to call that an out stick route because you run the out route. You got to go know what a first down marker is. He comes up short, but you got to give Tennessee Tech credit for coming up and making that tackle, not allowing him to break any tackles to turn up field and pick up a first down.
So North Dakota goes 3 and out. Good win for the Tennessee Tech defense as we see Luke Silvernail, the punter for North Dakota. He's been stellar all season. This one bounces inside the 30. Here's Holloway again. Able to make a man miss, but he is brought down at the 30-yard line. Well, neither team able to capitalize on their opening drive. Still tied at 0 here in the first quarter of the FCS first round. You're getting a look of the 1919 Tennessee Tech football team all the way back in the day. The long history for this program that didn't honestly see much success. Well, they're seeing that success this year under second-year head coach Bobby Wilder, the OVC Coach of the Year. He's got his quarterback, Kekoa Vesperis, the OVC Player of the Year. And look at all the program records they have set this season, including 11 wins and going a perfect 8-0 in conference play. That was Quinn on the run for a minimal gain. But this has been the best season in years for Tennessee Tech.
He's doing such a great job. I love his attitude. I love his personality. I love his leadership qualities. I love his leadership skills. And I just love the vision that he's brought to this Tennessee Tech football program.
Well, it's 2nd and 10. On the run, trying to get to the outside is Quinn, but he is knocked down. Johnny Wiltshire, North Dakota, tracked him down.
That's Johnny on the spot. See, when you have a running back like Quinn, you really want him to go east and west if you're North Dakota, because he's more like an off-tackle, north to south type runner. So you got Quinn out of something that he's really not comfortable in doing, and Johnny on the spot comes up and lays a nice lick. And this North Dakota defense showing a lot of physicality, which is what we expected early in this ball game.
3rd and 11 for the Golden Eagles. They'll hit the ground again. This time it's Aiden Littles on the run, but still short of the first down marker. So again, the punt team comes out for the Golden Eagles.
What you call laying that wood. This is perfect. Watch this. Yak up. You want to get up underneath the shoulder pass. He got up underneath the shoulder pass, and that's what you call a chop down and a stare down and a walk down. And now you got a punt down. And North Dakota about to get this rock back.
Punt inside the 40 will roll out at the 31-yard line as we will step aside again. North Dakota with the ball when we come back with under 10 to go in the first quarter. One of the biggest strengths on this North Dakota team is their offensive line, or should I say the 701 Moving Company. That's the nickname for the offensive line, and it's actually transformed into an NIL deal for this team. with their school store, and you can see Sawyer Seidel, the running back, showing off the t-shirt after the touchdown in their first game at Kansas State. They returned 4 of their 5 starting linemen, and they are a big front that's been key to this team.
I like those big dogs. The 701 moving company, you can also call them evictors because they like to evict defensive linemen out of the trenches and move real estate.
Well, North Dakota did not run the ball in their opening drive. We'll see if they hit the ground here. And they will. The handoff and a good run on first down. That one handed off to Sawyer Seidel. He's averaging 5.1 yards per carry. He gets more than that on this one.
And this is what you do. See, I'm a running back. I'm a former running back, so I'm pretty sure Seidel was like, first series, okay, coach, I give you that. Now you got to give me the rock, and that's exactly what they did. And you know who loves that? The 701 moving company, because they just moved the chains.
This is an offense that rushes for about 200 yards per game as they head back to the ground, and Seidel again.
And watching Seidel, what I love about Seidel, not only is this North Dakota offensive line extremely physical, but he has so much swiftness and twitchiness about his game. He doesn't look that big, but you look at his output that he does when he has the rock in his hands. I just love how Sawyer Seidel toasts that peel.
2nd and 6. Hoskins in motion. Seidel taken down in the backfield. Tackle for loss by Tennessee Tech.
And this is what you call winning the battle. Look at the great swim move by the defensive tackle. And not only does he beat his man, nice swim move, then he lays out. We was listening to Soldier Boy early. He does the Soldier Boy. Nice, beautiful tackle for loss.
Jeremiah Sandiford. Big tackle makes it 3rd and 12. Kaminsky drops back. Flushed. Throws it downfield and it's picked off. Kaminsky was under pressure and Tim Kutris was there for his 2nd interception of the season.
And Kutris is a ball player. What Coach Chase Mumau, the defensive coordinator for Tennessee Tech, said Kutris just knows how to make plays. As you see Kaminsky, he scrambles, throws the ball, but Kutris is right there to pick it off and said, let me get that. Thievery. 11 months, 29 days out in the public. Out here, you just steal for free. You get your team the ball back.
That's just his 10th interception on the season. Tim Kutris, preseason All-American on the Tennessee Tech defense. Gives his offense the ball as that one off the hands of the intended receiver, Noah Robinson. As you see the difference in drives so far for Tennessee Tech, we saw all passes from Vesperis on their opening drive, and then they hit the ground 3 times, weren't able to pick up the first down on their 2nd drive.
Got to do what you do. They came out probably trying to catch North Dakota off guard by passing the ball, but they have a nice little balance of pass run, so they've got a couple of runs in there.
They'll pass here, and this one out of the reach of Trey Holloway. Kekoa Vesperis, he's an accurate quarterback. We don't see him missing like that very often.
You're exactly right, and that's why they like to have the ball in his hands. But Coach Wilder says that Vesperis has to play his best ball today. That wasn't his best throw. You got Holloway, he was open, but Vesperis just missed him, and I know he would love to have that one back.
He led the nation in completion percentage last year. Pressured out of the pocket, and he's just going to throw this one away. So another great possession for the North Dakota defense. Forces another 4th and 10.
North Dakota just doing a great job of getting pressure on Vesperis, and they're winning their blocks at the line of scrimmage. You see the little stunt game. You got a defensive tackle looping around, but then you got big dog number 0. He's the one that they really were worried about. He's getting pressure on Vesperis and causing him to throw the ball when he didn't want to throw it. And North Dakota with a nice, great defensive stance.
So another punt. This has been all defense so far in the first quarter of this first round FCS matchup. And the punt deflected. North Dakota fans liking what they see as they'll have their best field position yet in this game.
In games like this is how you win big-time playoff games. If you can win special teams, and you see the punter taking his time. He tries to go to the right, but you get the punt blocker in there, number one. He is number one, especially on this play. Gets his hand on, is able to get the deflection and the block, and that's the kind of momentum North Dakota needs trying to make big plays, because you got to win the special teams games if you want to win big games like this.
That was senior captain Sam Strandl. Kaminsky will take it himself. Designed quarterback run for the first down as he's taken down to the 40-yard line in Golden Eagles territory.
And that's one of the things that Kaminsky is great at. You see him fake it, and he keeps it because he has the option to keep it. He options and keeps it. And Coach says, Eric Schmidt says, he's a great north-south runner, and you saw that right there. Great blocking, and Kaminsky pick up some great yardage.
Good opportunity for Eric Schmidt's group, first-year head coach at his alma mater. After the 14-yard carry from Kaminsky. The reverse on the run inside the 40, taken down finally at the 30-yard line. That was Christian Hoskins.
Now, I love the misdirection here. You got the double reverse, but if he would have just kept coming outside, but I see he's trying to avoid that Tennessee Tech defender. Did a great job of making him miss a tackle, but North Dakota switching some things up right now, and I love how they're trying to make this Tennessee Tech defense off balance.
They move the chains again. Quarterback run. Golden Eagles were all over it. That was Theron Gaines on the tackle. One of the staples on this Tennessee Tech defense.
Oh, Theron Gaines is a dog. You got to have dogs on that defense. At first, he was a dog on the defensive line. He said, hey, Coach, I love playing D-line, but I think I can be a dog in linebacker. Coach said, go ahead and do your thing, man, because you're going to do big things and be big games for us. And Theron Gaines just living up to his last name.
Play whistle dead.
Replay is looking at a potential targeting.
So they're going to take a look at this for potential targeting as we hear from Kelly Holman, our referee for today's game.
We don't know who they're looking at, but I'm pretty sure both coaches are like, you're holding your breath. And if you're Coach Bobby Wilder, you definitely don't want to be a targeting from Theron Gaines, which is really one of your best defensive players. So,
oh, right there, the second contact made.
Well, when you look at the definition of targeting, you have to lead with your head, which is what he did, the crown of the head. And me looking at it, looks like a target by Caleb Brown.
The redshirt junior out of Austin, Texas, Caleb Brown, second in on the tackle.
Yeah, Kelsey, I think Brown might have to take a seat because it's kind of obvious. It's kind of obvious. But we'll see what the referee says. But I know Tennessee Tech is hoping not because they need them, but you got to make smart plays. You got to always be mentally disciplined.
After reviewing the play, there is no targeting. Second down.
I'm so glad I was wrong. I'm so glad I be wrong sometimes. I can look in the mirror and reflect, and I'm pretty sure Tennessee Tech fans and head coaches are glad as well. So Brown avoided a huge mistake right there.
Sigh of relief, and Brown can continue to play, but this drive for North Dakota lives on.
Well, North Dakota is doing what North Dakota is known for. They're from Grand Forks. Like I said, they got their fork. They're starting to eat up some real estate on the ground.
Best opportunity today, Colton Brunell in at running back. He takes it right up the gut. Aim for about 8 on the play.
And I love the tap that Brunell just toted that rock with. Watch the quick feet, great vision. Beautiful little tap in the hole. Watch him jump cut, gets right up the field, north to south. Great tackling, but a great run too.
3rd and 2 for the Fighting Hawks. They were looking for some movement. Brunell on the run. Did he get it on the last effort? And it looks like he's gonna do enough to move the chains. It looked like that defense had to stop for a second.
I just love the physicality from both. You got the running back. He runs into two Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles. Nice little tough run. Tennessee Tech thought they had stopped him, but that's why you always got to keep moving your feet, keep churning. That's exactly what 2-1 just did. Picks up a big, huge first down. It ain't the fact that he just picked up a couple of yards. It's how he picked them up, showing that physicality and imposing his will and his strength on that Golden Eagles defense.
Their first charge timeout.
Tennessee Tech takes a timeout as the player is down on the field. We'll step aside. Getting a look at Caleb Brown. He was in the tent for Tennessee Tech after being injured on that last play. But North Dakota with the ball on the Golden Eagles' 20-yard line. 1st and 10. This has been the most productive drive for the Fighting Hawks yet. Quarterback keeper, but Kaminsky's brought down in the backfield. Aaron Swafford in on the tackle.
And Swafford just showing you why he's first team all-conference. He gets in there, great job by shooting the gap, and then when you get to the quarterback, you get close enough to touch him, you got to touch him, and when you touch him, you got to bring him down. And Swafford doing a great job of bringing Kaminsky down.
Big three on this defense. Tim Kutris, Theron Gaines, and Aaron Swafford already making an impact on the defensive end. Kaminsky in the air and overshot his receiver. Pass intended for Nate DeMontanet. That brings up 3rd down.
Love the play call because you run the ball, so Tennessee Tech probably expecting you to run the ball, but then you bring your receiver out there on a nice little skinny post, but just great coverage, but still great idea for the North Dakota offense. I understand what they're trying to do, but still a great defensive play by Tennessee Tech by being aware.
Minsky flushed. He's got 3 men on him and throws it out of bounds. The defensive pursuit from Tennessee Tech forces another 4th down.
And that's what you're talking about, Kelsey. You talk about that defensive pursuit, and you got Kaminsky absolutely running for his life because not 1 Golden Eagle was on him, not 2 Golden Eagles were on him, 3 Golden Eagles were on him, and 2 Golden Eagles got their hands on him, and Kaminsky said, I just got to get this rock out of my hands, man, because this is what y'all want, this is what y'all ain't going to get. I got to get it up out of here.
So North Dakota bringing out the field goal unit. Kick is up, and the kick is good. Points on the board for the Fighting Hawks as they take a 3-0 lead over Tennessee Tech on the road.
Kelsey, this is one of those situations. This is going to be, I'm going to say it's a win for both teams because North Dakota coming out on this series with a whole bunch of momentum, doing a great job of running the rock, and Tennessee Tech giving, but they didn't break. So Tennessee Tech can celebrate the fact that they weren't able to stifle this North Dakota offensive drive and just hold them to 3 points, but the Fighting Hawks also can be happy that they were able to get 3 points.
That was Kenton Loffman with the kick for the Fighting Hawks. Get the scoring started in this first round of matchup. Hoffman back on the field to kick things off. Trey Holloway, kickoff and punt returner. Back for the Golden Eagles. And he'll let this one go back into the end zone. So we'll see how Tennessee Tech responds with Kekoa Visperis and the offense.
And I guarantee you, Visperis has been sitting on the sideline like, look, I got to do better. We got to do better, got to make something happen because he's such a dynamic player. He's good in all aspects of quarterbacking, decision-making, leadership, running and throwing. So I know he wants to come out and provide some kind of spark because those numbers, 4 and 9, but just 33 yards, he doesn't like that. He expects more, and I'm pretty sure the coach is expecting him more, and I'm pretty sure he's going to give more.
And this is a Golden Eagles offense that averages 40 points per game. That's good for 5th in FCS, and we get to see the legs of Visperis as he slides in for about a 2-yard gain.
And they're trying to get him going by running the rock as well. The running back, a nice little counter, faked it to him. He ended up being the lead blocker, but that's something you don't want to see. Visperis limping a little bit, but he seems to be able to shake it off and walk it off. And if you're Tennessee Tech, you don't want anything wrong with him.
And we mentioned he's a dual threat guy. He can escape a lot of pressure and avoid the sack. He's able to push forward just a bit for about a 1-yard gain, but North Dakota all over him.
It's a brutality going on down in the trenches, and you look at that North Dakota defense. 0 first-quarter touchdowns allowed since September 13th versus Montana. That's not Joe Montana, that's Montana. That North Dakota defense just extremely stingy, and that's kind of hard to be around this time of year.
3rd and 8 for Tennessee Tech. And he's pressured, able to escape a tackle. Visperis on the run, but in and out of the hands of Robinson. Incomplete, and it's another 4th down for this Golden Eagles offense.
But you still have to love the ability of Visperis to be able to get out of there because he had a lot of pressure. You got a nice little, another stunt game from North Dakota. Lance almost got his hand on him. Visperis saw something he liked, but beautiful ball, beautiful effort by the receiver, but that DB coming up making an even better play. Grant Nolan. It was Grantland right there because Grantland Nolan laid out, make a beautiful defensive play.
So Tennessee Tech will have to punt it again. North Dakota got a hand on it the last time and gave him great field position that resulted in the field goal. This one will roll down the sideline and out at about the 30-yard line. Well, both of these teams looking to continue their journey in this FCS playoff bracket in hopes of a national championship. Let's go ahead and take a look at the last 5 FCS championships. North Dakota State and South Dakota State, 2 dominant programs that have been at the top in recent years. North Dakota State won 6 of the last 8 championships. And they're the top seed in this bracket as well. Here are the Fighting Hawks on the ground for about a 3-yard gain. North Dakota, though, coming into this game with a 7-5 record. You don't see that too often. 5 losses on their resume. 4 of those teams, though, they're in the playoffs. And in those 5 losses, North Dakota, they've only lost by a combined 17 points.
Kelsey, that's why you can't just really look at wins and losses, because somebody that don't know, they're looking at it 75. That's a bad season. No, it actually was a good season because, as you said, they were in every game pretty much and just ended up losing. So they're a competitive ball club.
Kaminsky on the run, connects with Hoskins. Who gets taken down. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Hoskins with the flood route, and Kaminsky giving it to him, but Swafford just comes up and lays a smackage, and he has some help as well. It's like dual tackle, and now Tennessee Tech with the great opportunity on this 3rd down. They can stop and forcing North Dakota to punt so they can get this rock back.
3rd and 4. Kaminsky making some changes. Drops back, taking a shot downfield, and it's overthrown. Pass is incomplete, intended for Corey Ty.
Another great defensive stance from Tennessee Tech. Kaminsky, receiver trying to hook up, go route, fade, go, tries to get it to him, but Tennessee Tech doing a great job against some pressure on Kaminsky, not really letting him set his feet to get enough velocity under that ball or on that ball, and a huge stop for the Golden Eagles. And I know Vesperis, once again with that offensive unit, can't wait to go out there and get something going, because that Tennessee Tech offense has to get some kind of momentum rocking right now.
Tennessee Tech defense has been great on 3rd down. They force a punt here. Holloway calling for the fair catch inside the 15-yard line.
I don't think people realize how tough it is, those punt returns. That's tough. I played football, but I never returned punts. Punt returning is worse than kickoff return, because you got to look at the ball, but at the same time, you got to try to look at these colors that's coming to punch you in your mouth, even though you calling for a fair catch, because a lot of times, man, that still can get you out of your mental.
Last 3 possessions for Tennessee Tech have been 3 and outs. Looking to get a 1st down here. Going on the ground. Quintel Quinn, the 5th-year senior out of Columbus, Ohio, on the carry with less than a minute left in this 1st quarter.
And I love Quintel Quinn. He's a 2nd-team all-conference running back. He's just a big dog. 6'1", 225 pounds. So you talk about that North Dakota being big, but the defensive line isn't that big. So I would keep popping Quinn at him. Don't give up on that running game, because you got to try to wear him down.
This Barris pass is caught by Tramel Jones. That's good enough for a 1st down and able to move the chains.
And that's what you want to do if you're Tennessee Tech. You want to get your skilled people the ball in space. That's exactly what they did, because when you talk to Coach Bobby Wilder and you talk to the offensive coordinator Brian Scott, they love the skill position players they have, feel like they can make some plays, that they can get them the ball in some ideal situations.
Golden Eagles get 1 more play off. It's a handoff to Aiden Littles as the clock runs down on the 1st quarter. So it has been a defensive slugfest in the opening quarter of this FCS 1st round matchup. It's North Dakota with a 3-0 lead over Tennessee Tech on the road in Cookeville, Tennessee. Tennessee Tech marching band getting the crowd pumped up here to start the second quarter in Cookeville for this first round FCS matchup between North Dakota and 13-seeded Tennessee Tech. Golden Eagles with the ball to start the second quarter on their own 29-yard line. Still have not been able to put points on the board. What early adjustments do you want to see?
Well, I know Tennessee Tech want to come out and do that right there. Like I said, give their skill positions and the opportunity to make some plays, and you get them into space, and you see Littles the third. He's able to get out route in the flat, pick up a great amount of yardage, and this is something positive if you're Tennessee Tech on offense that you want to see.
Golden Eagles making just their second FCS playoff appearance, first since 2011. They had a comeback win last weekend to beat UT Martin and secure the outright Big South Championship. Play action, it's caught across the middle of the field. Tight end Brian Courtney for another first down. Golden Eagles in North Dakota territory.
And that's what Vesperis does well. You got the play action fake, then you bring Courtney on the quick slant. Vesperis gets it to him, velocity. Pluckage out of the air. Another positive play for the Golden Eagles.
First and 10. Vesperis out to Jones. Gain for a few yards. Jones has had a big couple passes in this game. You see today, they're going to have to rely on the arm of Vesperis. They've only had 8 rushing yards today. Going up against this stout North Dakota defense. Vesperis, another quick pass. He connects with Littles. Takes it to the 40-yard line.
Kelsey, that's what we talked about a couple of plays ago. You asked me, what does Tennessee Tech need to do and what they want to do? This is what they need to do because they understand they're not really winning the battle in the trenches, so you have great skill positions. Get them to rock, and that's exactly what Vesperis has been doing on this drive, getting them that peel.
Third and manageable. Both teams have struggled on third down today, though. They're able to convert here. Caught by Noah Robinson. The fifth-year senior out of Mineral, Virginia. He missed 3 weeks with a broken clavicle this season. He gets a big pickup here.
But I love Noah Robinson. That's pressure. Come out, run the hitch route. He barely gets his shoestring tackle, but Tennessee Tech kind of finding their mojo and finding their rhythm on this drive.
Vesperis with time. In the air, it's caught. Robinson again. Back-to-back first downs for this Tennessee Tech offense.
And this is what I love about that play. Vesperis, he double pumps and double fakes. He fakes one way, but when you look at Noah Robinson, he high points the ball and he gets it, he catches it high and he keeps it high. Strong hands, but watch him come back to get this rock, and that's exactly how you help your quarterback out.
15-yard reception for Noah Robinson. Coach Wilder says her skill players need to have a big game if they want to win, including this guy right here, Vesperis, on the moon. Overshot and throw this one away. Maury Sullivan, the intended receiver, brings up second down.
And that's actually a good play by Vesperis because he didn't have anything, but I say it's a good play because he didn't force anything as well. When you on offense, you either want to punt or score. I think that's what Bobby Wilder said. We either want to score or punt. You don't want to give the ball away, and Vesperis doing a good job of protecting the rock just by throwing it away.
He's been great at protecting the ball this year. Only 5 interceptions for the fifth-year senior. Play action. He had a man there. Noah Robinson, the intended receiver, but Vesperis just overshot it.
He missed one. You said it, Kelsey. He missed one because Noah Robinson was open. Look at the quick slant, and he just threw it too high, but he had one, and I'm pretty sure that's another one of those throws Vesperis wish he had back. But these are the kind of opportunities you have to take advantage of, not only in any football game, but especially in playoff football games, because that would have been a huge touchdown.
8 straight passing plays for this Golden Eagles offense. Here's 3rd and 10. 3 receivers lined up on the left side of your screen. Screen pass. Qdarius Jennings brought down at about the 11-yard line. So a decision to make here. Looks like they're going to bring out the field goal unit.
And if you're North Dakota, this is exactly what you wanted them to do. You got 3rd and long, so you drop back in the zone. Just make him throw the bubble screen out to the running back, knowing that the running back is going to have tough sledding trying to pick up those 3rd and long yardage. And North Dakota doing a good job of rallying around the football, bringing him down and forcing this field goal attempt.
Well, here's Dom LeBlanc looking to tie this game up. He hit a 35-yard field goal with 11 seconds left last week. But this one is no good. Just to the left. And LeBlanc misses the field goal that would tie it up. So it's still a 3-0 lead for North Dakota in the second quarter. Fans bundled up in Cookeville, about 47 degrees and a cloudy day in Tennessee, watching these two teams face off in the first round of the FCS playoffs. North Dakota with the ball on their own 12-yard line after Tennessee Tech missed the game-tying field goal from 29 yards out. So Fighting Hawks still playing with the lead here. 11:18 to go in the second quarter. Quick pass. Kaminsky connects with Hoskins. Gets a few extra yards down the near sideline. Fighting Hawks this season, we mentioned 7-5. A lot of close games. They played a lot of talented competition. Ranked number 1 strength of schedule in the Massey ratings. Their offense ranking 4th in the MVC, but their defense has been stellar on the season in this game specifically. Swafford in on the tackle, sets up 3rd and short.
And I still got to love the aggressiveness and the physicality of this Tennessee Tech defense, even though North Dakota is coming out trying to impose their size and brutalize them. And Tennessee Tech still holding up to it. North Dakota picking up a good first down, but they letting them know it ain't going to be easy for them.
They gave him the first down there. On the run, here's Seidel, weaving his way through the defense, just shy of the first down marker, gain of 9 on the play.
That's what I love about Seidel. I say even when he gets into space and he doesn't have space, just watch the way he weaves his way. This is what you call great feet. Not only does he have great feet, he keeps his feet and his shoulder pads going forward. He looks small, but he's extremely strong. That's a beautiful run. They'll go to him again, but he is taken down in the backfield.
Ethan McLaurin lit him up.
Ethan McLaurin said, Sawyer Seidel, I see you go left, right. We're going to make you go back this away. What a huge hit, and Sawyer Seidel is going to think twice about going up there again, and that's exactly what you want to do if you're an interior defensive lineman. Lay the big smackdown on ball carriers.
3rd and short. Stopped again. Ball might be loose. We'll see who has it. Golden Eagles think it's theirs.
Forward progress on the play. It's 4th down. 4th down.
Last 2 plays. Huge defensive effort from Tennessee Tech.
This is what happens when big hits can be contagious, but you know who also was in there? It was McLaurin, the same one who had the big hit the play before. He was able to get low leverage, get in there. He's the one that stops that momentum first. Then the rest of his Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles come flying in, laying that hammer down.
Silvernail back to punt, averaging 44.8 yards per punt. Holloway calls for the fair catch at the 30-yard line. Tennessee Tech defense staying strong. They trail by 3 in the 2nd quarter.
Outstanding Wednesday practice. I've got our outstanding wide receiver, Noah Robinson, with me, and Noah likes to say,
mediocre people look backwards and high achievers look forward.
Oh, I love that. Mediocre people thinking about the past, high achievers are moving forward, and Noah and the wide receivers would agree with me. It's a great day to have a day. What we gonna do? Slide.
Man, I just love the passion and personality from head coach Bobby Wilder. He's got a ton of more videos like that on social media, too. You can see just the fun he has with some of his players as well.
I didn't see his slide, though. I wanted to see his slide. He slid on out the way before the slide popped up. Yeah, I like Coach Wilder.
He had a tough task coming in and changing the culture of this program. And they have a theme this year, run it back. They missed the playoffs last year, and he thought, no one go in the portal, no new coaches take other jobs, let's stay together and let's run it back. And they made the playoffs. They're hosting a first-round game, and they have a shot at making a deep run in this tournament.
It wasn't hard to convince his son, who we just saw, Drew Wilder, to run back, because he's staying with Pops in that big crib, and we want Pops to be successful as well.
Vesperis connects. Again, it's Tramel Jones. A first down for the Golden Eagles, and Jones has had a few big plays today.
And that's what you got to do. You got to get Tramel Jones in some space. He just runs the crossing route. Vesperis stays patient, stays with him. Jones is able to run open. Vesperis is able to throw him open, and Jones picks up a big, huge catch and a huge amount of yardage.
Ball deflected, but it's still caught by Sullivan. Nice job by the junior, Maurice Sullivan, transfer from Washburn, to keep his eyes on this pass.
And you're looking at Maurice Sullivan. He's probably, arguably, indeed, their best receiver. Hasn't gotten a lot of opportunities, so of course, when he gets a chance, the ball thrown at him today, regardless of it's his tip to flip to anything, he's going to go get it, and he went and got it.
Quintel Quinn on the ground. That's good enough for a first down. Tennessee Tech has struggled on the ground. Before that play, only 11 rush yards. But Quinn picking up a first down.
And I love Quinn. You see the little stutter step in the backfield, allowing his offensive lineman time to get on the block and get a hole to open. He found the hole, goes north and south, picks up a huge first down.
Vesperis with time, and he fumbles it. North Dakota was on it. And it's Fighting Hawks ball. Vesperis was on the move trying to escape pressure, but the ball popped up and the Fighting Hawks recover the fumble.
And sometimes when you're a player like Vesperis, you're trying to make something happen, but you always got to have ball security in the back of your mind and in the front of your mind. He's trying to make a play, didn't have the ball security. North Dakota right there to knock it out and pick up a huge, huge turnover. And we know turnovers can be key in ball games like this, especially when both offenses are having trouble scoring points.
8th fumble for this Tennessee Tech offense this season. Kaijuan Vengrowski was on it. Well, here's Jerry Kaminsky in this North Dakota offense again. The tackle made by Leon Thomas, taking out some legs.
And Leon Thomas, that is a beautiful play because North Dakota had a beautiful screen pass set up. The running back thought he was all by himself. He's got like 3 or 4 offensive linemen out there, but Leon Thomas couldn't care less. He ducks underneath all of them and lays a big hit.
2nd and 11. All on UND's own 42. They hit the ground for a short gain. North Dakota looking to put their last loss behind them. To end the regular season, they lost to South Dakota State 34-31 in overtime. They had led 20-7 up until the 3rd quarter, with Jacks winning on a 23-yard touchdown catch in overtime. But this North Dakota team feels like they have a second life, and they're living it here in Cookeville. 3rd and 5. Quick pass. Dang Dang on the reception. It's good enough for a first down.
Dang Dang just big and strong. Dang Dang making Tennessee Tech say dang dang it because he's able to catch that ball, get up the field. It was one-on-one. Couldn't drop him. He used his strength to pick up a fresh 4.
Fighting Hawks pass midfield. To be like a delayed snap. Lots of movement and a flag is out.
False start. Offense. All the linemen but the center. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
You know what, Kelsey? See, the referee says that. He says all the linemen but the center. You know what the offensive lineman saying? Center, that's your fault, man, because you were supposed to snap the ball. If you're the only one who's still sitting there and all of us are moving, 9 times out of 10 it's the center's fault. Hey, I'm not going to put it on you, Mr. Wilder, big guy.
1st and 15 now. Taking a shot is Kaminsky, and it's caught by Dang Dang inside the 20. The biggest play we have seen from North Dakota in this game, and the Fighting Hawks are in the red zone.
And that's what Kaminsky does. He wants to take a shot. He takes a shot, dang, dang. Fade and go. Kaminsky, great coverage, great offensive line play, just gets it up to Dang, and Dang is able to get it and pick up a huge play for this North Dakota offense.
25 yards downfield. Kaminsky taking a shot to the end zone. Dang in coverage. It goes incomplete. That was Gavin Bryson in coverage for Tech. So we get another look. Four yards on 3 receptions for Dang, who's been great on this drive for North Dakota. They go to Seidel on the ground, churning his legs past the 15.
And that's what Seidel does. Talk about him being shifty, but he's stronger than what he looks. Runs into the teeth of that defense, but didn't stop, kept churning. That's why he gets a pat from his teammate, because they understand the effort he just gave on that run.
That sets up 3rd and 7. Kaminsky looking downfield, incomplete. Intended for Corey Ty, but it was Caleb Purdy with excellent coverage.
And Caleb Purdy, this is what you call discipline, because you see North Dakota comes out, they run it like a little combo route. They were expecting Purdy to bite on the underneath receiver. He played his spot, did his job, didn't play hero ball, and because he didn't play hero ball, he was able to be right there and knock that ball down.
So Kenton Loffman back out. Hit a field goal in the first quarter to put North Dakota on the board. And it's no good. We have seen 2 missed field goals in this game, and the score remains 3-0. North Dakota lead over Tennessee Tech. 3:38 to go in the first half. Under 4 minutes to go in this first half of the opening round FCS matchup between North Dakota and Tennessee Tech. 3-0 Fighting Hawks lead. Kelsey Casper alongside Doc Holliday. Doc, we haven't seen much scoring in this game. We just saw another missed field goal. And the score remains 3-0 lead for North Dakota.
But we've seen a lot of effort, we've seen a lot of intensity, and unfortunately we've seen a lot of missed field goals like you talked about. So Tennessee Tech trying to get something going, and they come out with a nice little tunnel screen. But North Dakota defense doing a good job of converging and getting to the place where the ball carrier is.
Pass is caught by Maurice Sullivan.
And they got to get Sullivan the rock and get it to him any kind of way. Tunnel screen, got some good blocking going on out there, but you got even better North Dakota defensive play.
Sullivan with over 550 yards receiving on the season. Esperis in trouble. Ball pops out. Fighting Hawks are on it again. Let's take another look at this. Was he throwing, or is that a fumble?
Well, what it was is number 0, Lance Rucker, big dog, 6'3", 230, coming off that edge like a monster. He has 53 tackles, 7.5 sacks, 11 tackle for losses this season, and right there causing a huge fumble, and you got 1-3 able to come up with it, but Lance Rucker, you got to give him all the credit, raising hell on the right side of that North Dakota defense and coming up with a huge play.
Rucker stripping the ball. It was Caden Vig who jumped on it. And that is North Dakota defense's second fumble forced in this game. Big opportunity before halftime for North Dakota. Kaminsky on the run. But Tennessee Tech all over it. Ethan McLaurin in on the tackle.
And I got to give it to Big Dog. McLaurin is almost like he's back to the future in a McLaurin because he's been balling out. He balled out a couple of plays, a couple of series ago, and McLaurin making another big play on Kaminsky right there. And Kaminsky is a quarterback, when he does run it, you want him to go sideline to sideline because he doesn't have a lot of waggle. He got more fraggle. And McLaurin understands he don't have a lot of waggle, and he got to him and brought him down.
Kaminsky on the run. Just going to throw this one into the ground. It'll be 3rd and 11.
Now, people talked about this Tennessee Tech defense and being undersized or whatever. They weren't hearing any of that, and I understand why they weren't hearing any of that. And you talk to Chase Mumal, he said even though his team may be smaller than that North Dakota offensive line, he was going to come out, he was going to do a lot of movements, he was going to try to hit some angles, he was going to rotate a lot of defensive linemen in to cause some confusion, and so far they're doing a good job of causing some confusion.
Kaminsky looking to the end zone, and it's caught. Dang in for the touchdown. First touchdown of the day. And North Dakota capitalizing on their fumble recovery, putting some more points on the board before halftime.
And Dang and Kaminsky said, you talk about confusion, I understand some confusion. I'm going to show you some confusion. Ain't going to be no confusion about what this play is. Kaminsky standing back there tall, Dang. He runs a fade go, even though you have 2 DBs back there, Dang. We saw him do a nice little catch and a strong run after the catch earlier to pick up a first down right there, just ran right past this man. Kaminsky doing a great job of putting it exactly where that ball needed to go. Dang went to get it. Dang has Golden Eagles fans saying once again, Dang, but he's getting a huge touchdown where points have been a premium.
5th touchdown of the season for Dang. He's up to 65 yards. He makes a huge catch on a 3rd down play to give North Dakota the 9-0 lead over Tennessee Tech with 2:15 left. You see Xavier Randolph being helped off the field, injured on that last play. So here's Loftman for the PAT. And it's 10-0 North Dakota. So after the fumble, Fighting Hawks with great field position, and they're able to score the first touchdown of the game. They lead 10-0 over Tennessee Tech.
If you're Vesperis and this Tennessee Tech offense, you got to try to get some kind of momentum going before this first half is going, because it hadn't been the offensive output you were expecting. But right now, I don't think you play it safe. You got 2 minutes and 8, then you got the 2-minute timeout coming up. So Golden Eagles can still be aggressive to try to at least get in the field goal position, if not strike a big play before this first half is over.
And talking with head coach Bobby Wilder, he said, we know we're going to get punched in the mouth. This is a great North Dakota team. It's how we will respond. Here's Vesperis. He connects with Noah Robinson. And he's still on his feet past the 45-yard line, and that's the big play they needed to get some momentum.
And that's why you have to get the rock to your playmakers. Noah Robinson has made some big catches and some big plays this first half, so getting up to the 2-minute timeout, and Tennessee Tech were great, absolutely great field position.
Fans, please welcome the
Bobby Wilder and this Golden Eagles offense looking to put some points on the board in the final 2 minutes of this first half, but they have struggled, especially on the last 2 drives. 2 fumbles from quarterback Kekoa Vesperis. North Dakota jumping on both of them.
Yeah, North Dakota, that defense that's coming up with all kinds of big plays. Let that go. Let me get that scoop. Jump on it, get it again. Then Vesperis again back to pass, and they're going to get to him again. Lance Rucker coming off that edge with that swipe and that stripe and that take.
Vesperis flushed past the 50 and will take it out of bounds. So time stops at 1:51.
Those are kind of positive plays that Vesperis definitely needs, because he's been looking kind of dejected and discouraged during several series in this first half, and I'm pretty sure it's because getting this offense going and making plays has been so hard. So it's good to see, for him to see some positivity.
Again flushed. He's on the move. He's got a first down as he takes it out to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back plays. Vesperis has had to use his legs to get out of pressure.
But right there, if Vesperis would have been more intent on getting up the field and running the rock, because I think he was still thinking about whether I can pass it or not. Even when he was across the line of scrimmage, he could have picked up a lot more yardage, but still a nice little game, but he could have picked up more.
He's got 153 yards in the air as he connects with Littles, who is taken down in the backfield for a loss. Minute 20 left, 2nd and 12. Tech in North Dakota territory. They already missed a field goal in this half. Vesperis, little sidearm pass, connects with Littles, who's tackled out of bounds at about the 36-yard line.
And North Dakota's going to give them all that underneath. They're only rushing 4, so that means they're dropping 7. Underneath in the flat is where you're going to have some open opportunities. They found some open opportunities with Little, the third, right there, and he picks up some nice yardage to still, Tennessee Tech still have some kind of positive momentum going on this offensive series.
And this is a top 5 offense in the country. They average 40 points per game. They have yet to get on the scoreboard in the first half. Here's Vesperis taking a shot, and it's broken up. Tramel Jones had his hands on it, but it was Wiltshire in coverage for North Dakota, denying the touchdown.
The thing with that Tennessee Tech offensive line, great pocket for Vesperis. And if Vesperis would have led him a little bit more, because it was a post towards the center of the field, he would have had a better opportunity of making that catch. But you got to give it to 3. 3 on the spot, making a huge, picture-perfect defensive back play.
So 4th and 4, under a minute, they're going for it. Pass caught, taken out of bounds, not enough for a first down. So North Dakota defense with a stop in the final minute of the first half.
Eric Schmidt, North Dakota head coach, also he's the defensive guy, defensive coordinator. He loves how that North Dakota defense just stepped up and came up with a huge stop, because when you're the head coach and you're also a defensive coach, to you, the strongest part of your team probably need to be what? The defense, and that's exactly what happened right there. So he should be standing and walking with his chin held high.
First-year head coach, like you mentioned, also serving as a defensive coordinator. He said he wanted to come in and install it the right way the first time. Here's Seidel still on his feet, finally gets knocked down at the 35.
You see North Dakota with 3 timeouts, but still deciding to run the ball. So I think Coach Schmidt is just happy to try to get to halftime with this lead.
Kaminsky, pass, just out of the reach of Deng Deng. 3rd and 6.
And the last thing, if you're North Dakota and Coach Schmidt, turn the ball over, make some kind of mistake, sack, fumble. So kind of play it safe, just get to halftime, because they have total control of this football game.
It's been all North Dakota in this first half. On the ground, it's Seidel on the carry. Short of the line to gain with 18 seconds left on the clock. And that is how the first half will play out.
Their second charge.
Oh, timeout, excuse me, called on the field by Tennessee Tech.
And I understand Coach Wilder, he's a smart man. He said, okay, we're going to stop you on 3rd down. We're going to try to force you to punt. At least gives his offensive or his playmakers at least one more opportunity to make a play, whether it's in punt return, whether it's in what he calls for a punt block, or one last heave-ho on offense. You don't concede. Coach Wilder did not get to this point by conceding, and he's not conceding here, and I don't blame him.
And he told us all week he is the second half team. So North Dakota will punt it away. Trey Holloway back to receive with 18 seconds left on the clock. Holloway calls for the care catch at the 19-yard line. 11 seconds left to work with for Tennessee Tech.
And you know, Kelsey, we talk about both of these teams. Both of these teams coming in with some very prolific offenses. but some good defenses. So I'm kind of surprised that we haven't seen more points and more yardage, but I'm not surprised because both defenses have a lot of pride and they have a lot of athletes and a lot of playmakers. So I thought it would be more points. I thought we would see more Tennessee Tech offense, but I shouldn't be surprised, and none of us should be surprised because the North Dakota defense is playing well. The Tennessee Tech, for the most part, defense is playing well.
Disparis will take a knee, and both teams will head to the locker room at halftime. North Dakota leading 10-0 over Tennessee Tech on the road in the first half. It was all Fighting Hawks. They got the scoring started with a field goal and a touchdown by Dang Dang. Tennessee Tech has struggled in the run game. They fumbled twice, but they'll look to regroup at halftime and come out the second half strong. 10-0 lead for North Dakota. Halftime here in Cookeville, Tennessee for the first round FCS matchup between North Dakota and Tennessee Tech. The NCAA FCS Championship coverage continues with second round coverage next Saturday on ESPN+. For more information, visit ncaa.com, the home for all NCAA championships. When we come back, we'll dig a little bit deeper into Tennessee Tech's story and their mantra for this season. That and more on the other side. It's halftime for this first-round FCS matchup between North Dakota and Tennessee Tech. Well, the culture has certainly shifted for this Golden Eagles team under second-year head coach Bobby Wilder. And his motto? Jump in the ditch, grab a shovel, and dig.
All right, take a look at this, guys. The Tennessee Tech football way. Grab a shovel, jump in the ditch, and dig. What's this mean for us? Number one, there's no job too small. Number two, whatever we are asked to accomplish, we will collectively. And I have a teammate at my left and at my right. What are we willing to sacrifice to accomplish something we will remember for the rest of our lives?
You don't need to rebuild something unless it has fallen apart. The Tennessee Tech football program had long ago decayed into disrepair, and even worse, indifference, settling for a middle-of-the-pack life in the Ohio Valley Conference.
And UT Martin takes the lead over Tennessee Tech.
Traditionally, the Tennessee Tech program has been, I'd say, very mediocre.
I think we've always had the guys that can go out and win football games, but we lacked a lot of discipline. You know, we lacked a lot of camaraderie.
They'd only had 17 seasons and 104 where they'd won 7 games or more. So the culture and the negativity around the program had to change.
Coach Bobby Wilder lives for injecting life into a college football team. He took the reins at Old Dominion in 2009 to build a team from scratch. In 2011, the Monarchs' first competitive football season in 68 years. They finished 9-2, the best ever record for a first-year FCS program. So in December 2023, when he was hired to lead the Golden Eagles of Tennessee Tech, Wilder understood the assignment.
Coach Wilder joining us today, and he is a proven winner. We're excited to bring him onto this team.
When I interviewed for this job, I wasn't thinking I was going to take it if I got offered, and I had such an impactful meeting with President Oldham, and we talked about the blueprint for success.
He quickly won me over with his passion for championship football at the FCS level.
When Coach Wilder got here, he kind of reached into the bag of tricks that not a lot of us had. He got here, gave us a new hope, in a sense, gave us a lot of change in this program and around Cookeville.
He held everybody to a standard. He just elevated everything.
There ain't a lot of history at Tennessee Tech, right?
No.
So how does a man, how does a team come in and turn this around in such a short period of time?
From the moment we wake up in the morning, our feet hit the floor, till our head hits the pillow at night, we're going to be all about being elite at whatever we're doing, and we've slowly been able to get that culture to where it is now. Hey, good morning, everybody. Great day for football on the plateau. Reminder to everybody, guys, on what I addressed Sunday with the team, what I talked to you about yesterday, the 6 seconds of aggressive execution. That's a major focal point this week.
Wilder's blueprint for winning came together faster than anyone imagined. Well, anyone except Wilder. In 2024, the perpetually underachieving Golden Eagles put together their first winning season in over a decade and nearly made it into the FCS postseason.
At the end of last season, we finished in a 4-way tie for the playoffs, and in that 4-way tie, we were the only team not to make the playoffs.
I use that as a motivational point to start a theme of run it back. And what that meant is let's all come back together. Let's not go in the portal. As coaches, let's not take other jobs. Let's do something that's never been done before at Tennessee Tech.
You know, we have a lot of different sayings, but one of them is standard, and all the guys on the team have bought into it, and it's made a huge difference.
This is my 5th season here, and this is the best I've felt about the program. We got a lot of playmakers.
Rolling, looking, touchdown! Play action. Sparris throws, it's Courtney, he's got a touchdown! Are you kidding me with that run? Touchdown, Tennessee Tech! 9-0, first time since 1952.
You know, one day you're going to bring your son to this field and walk on this turf, and And what are you going to tell him? You know, and that's the story that I think a lot of us seniors kind of carry with us on a day-to-day basis, you know, on how we're going to move and what we want to leave here.
No longer the sleepy team from Cookeville, Tennessee Tech is a full-on reconstruction zone, mentally and literally. Undefeated in the OVC Big South Football Association and poised for a postseason run, all by following a simple, sweat-drenched mantra.
Yeah, you talk about grab a shovel. Look at this stadium renovation. There are some shovels. Working on building this new stadium, and then there's a lot of shovels about to be grabbed right out there in the practice field. That grab a shovel mindset. Here we go. You're down in that ditch, and you're digging, and you're exhausted, and you want to quit. Then all of a sudden, there's a person on your left with a shovel, and there's a person on your right with your shovel, and now you get extra motivation and energy, and that's what this team has to do. Everybody's got to be willing to jump in the ditch, grab a shovel, and dig.
And you got to trust that the dude to your left, the dude to your right is doing the same exact thing for you.
There's no job too big, no job too small.
From the top of the roster to the bottom, every single person on it is bought in to the mission. Everyone wants to win. They want to play. They want to compete.
Now he's going to walk into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Eagles.
Grab a shovel play of the week belongs to the punt team. Grab a shovel play of the week belongs to Trey Holloway. Grab a shovel play of the week belongs to the defense.
Interception, pick six.
Over the middle, caught, touchdown, Golden Eagles.
He's got a touchdown.
And he scores on big hits.
Everybody has to do their job. Everybody's got to do their part. You know, grab a shovel, jump in that ditch, and start digging.
Touchdown, Golden Eagles. Outright champions of the conference.
Well, Tennessee Tech will grab that shovel and look to outwork North Dakota in the second half in search of their first ever FCS playoff win in program history. Well, halftime continues here in Cookeville. We'll have highlights, stats, and more on the other side. halftime here in Cookeville, Tennessee, and it's North Dakota on the road with a 10-0 lead over 13-seeded Tennessee Tech in the first round of the FCS playoffs. Up in the booth at Tucker Stadium, Kelsey Casper alongside Doc Holliday. And Doc, this Tennessee Tech team has struggled to score in the first half, and they've had some costly mistakes. North Dakota, though, they've capitalized on those mistakes, and they lead by 10.
Indeed, their North Dakota defense has been miserly, just stingy, unselfish, but at the same time, they're giving. Once they get those turnovers, North Dakota making a great job of taking advantage of those turnovers. And watch my guy Lance Rucker. Give me that. Get it. North Dakota recovers on the fumble, then Lance Rucker again. Give me that. Comes with the swipe off the edge. That's hard to deal with. Another turnover. Then Tennessee Tech, the wind going their way, missed the field goal, but North Dakota said, we're going to take advantage of all of that. Dang, dang. Dang, dang. Kaminsky, dang, dang. That's a touchdown. And now North Dakota with a 10-0 lead, taking advantage of opportunities and stamping a huge touchdown.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the stats. Nothing crazy in terms of total yards. North Dakota definitely has the edge in the rush yards. Both have struggled on third downs, but really it's that number. 2 turnovers for Tennessee Tech that North Dakota has capitalized.
We talked about playoff games. You got to take care of the football, and right now Tennessee Tech not doing a great job of taking care of the football.
Golden Eagles, though, they're a second-half team. We'll see what they can do when we come back. Second-half action when we come back here on ESPN. Eric Schmidt and his Fighting Hawks take the field with a 10-0 lead over Tennessee Tech in the FCS Championship opening round, and they will get the ball first. Tennessee Tech to kick things off, and North Dakota will start the second half with the lead and with the ball.
And North Dakota, this is what Coach Schmidt wanted. He wanted a physical, brutal football game. He has a physical, brutal football game. His team has played well on defense. Tennessee Tech has played well on defense. Both offenses struggling to get things going. But Tennessee Tech, 2 turnovers. North Dakota, 1 turnover. But when you're the home team, you got to protect home field. And the best way to protect home field is protect that football.
And this Tech team is certainly a second-half team. They have outscored their opponents 217 to 93 in the second half. We'll see what they can do on defense against this Fighting Hawk offense. Back to receive the opening kick is Seidel, who takes it just past the 25-yard line down the far sideline.
And Kelsey, we talked about Tennessee Tech being a great second half team, and that comes from coaching. That comes from coaching, being able to watch film, make adjustments, make personnel adjustments if need be, but make game plan adjustments, because you can have a game plan and think it's going to carry over the entire game. No, you got to be smart enough to make adjustments of what the other team is doing while the game is in progress, and Coach Wilder does a great job of doing that.
We'll see how they can handle Jerry Kaminsky in this second half. Taking a look at his stats for the first two quarters, 8 for 17, had 81 yards. He did throw an interception in the first quarter as well. He keeps this one past the 30-yard line on the quarterback keeper as he is knocked out of bounds for a good run on first down.
And that's a great call by North Dakota. Jerry Kaminsky, he fakes it and he keeps it. And the thing about it, you have your defenders on the right side of that Tennessee Tech defense, which includes the great one, the run gains, kind of getting caught looking in the backfield, looking at the running back. Kaminsky paid attention to what they were doing and took advantage of that and picked up some good yardage.
2nd and 3. Kaminsky drops back, connects to a wide open receiver, Nate DeMontenac, down the far sidelines and out past the 50-yard line. The Fighting Hawks move the chains again.
And you're looking at Tennessee Tech, it seemed like it may have been some kind of miscommunication in that defensive backfield, because Kaminsky rolls out and no one is out there with the receiver, but you have 2 DBs out with the deep receiver, so it looked like a miscommunication, and North Dakota took advantage of that.
And of note, we have not seen a B.J. Fleming in this game for North Dakota. He's their top receiver, a big, deep threat receiver for this offense, as Kaminsky takes it again, stretches past the 45-yard line for about a gain of 4 on the play.
Coach says this team and this offense is going to go as Kaminsky goes, and so far on this first drive, they kept the ball in his hands, whether he's ran it a couple of times or thrown it. But he is the one that they want to use to get this offense sparked up.
Fighting Hawks in Tech territory, nearly sacked. Swafford was there as Kaminsky goes on the run. It's 3rd down, and he's hit hard. Kaminsky down on the field after the play. Looks like he got hit in the head.
But you see, Swafford comes on unblocked. I know he hates that he missed the sack, but he still does a good job of slowing Kaminsky down. And you saw the elbow, the forearm to Kaminsky's head by whomever that is and was, but that's the lick he took, and that looks like Kutris. Kutris comes in and lays a lick on him, hits him in his head. That's why we see Kaminsky lying on the field.
Kaminsky, the sophomore quarterback from Wisconsin, broke UND's single-season record for touchdowns thrown in a regular season with 25. He did it in their last regular season game. He already added 1 in the first half, a touchdown pass to Dang Dang, and he is still unable to get up off the field. Working with the training staff from North Dakota. Simon Rumfo is the backup quarterback for the Fighting Hawks. And he's finally up to his feet. We'll take another look at this play.
Good to see Kaminsky walking off the field, but this is what happens. You see Kutris laying an extra, some will say unnecessary lick on the quarterback. A lot of times when you're defenders and you get to the quarterback, you take every advantage to take a shot at him. That's what he did. And North Dakota fans don't like it, and I can understand why. But luckily, Kaminsky is able to get up.
And North Dakota fans wanting a review as their starting quarterback gets knocked in the head, and he is on the sidelines getting checked out by their training staff. Jerry Kaminsky won the starting gig in a competition in the offseason with Simon Rumfo, who was a starting quarterback last year for North Dakota. Rumfo, only a few appearances on the season. 2 of 3 passing for 25 yards. He does have a rushing touchdown on the year.
And talking to Coach Smith, he says that his offense is more inclined to take a lot more chances with Comiskey because they have such confidence in the backup quarterback. So he talked about that, but still, regardless of how much confidence he has in his backup, it's a backup for reasons because Comiskey is the best quarterback, so he's someone they do not want to lose.
And he is responsible for 16.7 points per game for this North Dakota offense. So here he is, senior quarterback Simon Rumfo out of Calvin, North Dakota. Jumps into the game, it's 3rd and 4.
And Comiskey jumps up and grabs his helmet as soon as Rumfo jumps into the game because he wants to get back out there and keep his job.
Rumfo will keep it as he stretches. Did he get enough, though? It looks like they're marking him short. It'll be 4th and probably inches. We'll see what North Dakota decides. Looks like the offense is staying out there.
Got to give it to Crawford, though. 11 for Tennessee Tech. He was the strong arm of the law on that. Grabbing Rumfo and not letting them pick up their first down.
They're going for it. 4th and inches. On the ground, it's Rumfo, and he is stopped. Tennessee Tech defense with a massive stop, and it's a turnover on downs.
And you got to love what that Tennessee Tech defense did. And once again, who's at the bottom of that pile making the play? McLaurin, number 94, along with some other defensive linemen. You see that North Dakota offensive line, that 7-on-1 moving company. They weren't able to move anybody or anything on that play. That Tennessee Tech defensive line, that front 7, really, including the linebackers and the DBs that came up. Huge, huge stop.
That's the momentum you need if you want to get back into this game. Here's Vesperis, and his pass is dropped. In and out of the hands of Noah Robinson as we take one more look at this play.
And when you look at situations like that, you see 70, you see him just totally misses on his block, and the defensive end does a great job of going right underneath his block and getting his hands on the quarterback.
This Idris King. Vesperis again in the air, connects with Sullivan right at the 50-yard line, and that's good enough to move the chains.
Vesperis and Sullivan hooking up again like they've done several times, a lot of times this season, but Sullivan comes out, runs the skinny post, or really the quick slant on the outside. Great route, great throw, great first down pickup.
Vesperis had 160 passing yards in the first half. He had 7 here in the early goings of the 3rd quarter. He's got a hole up the middle, and he slides in at about the 47-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
And right now, when you look at this North Dakota defense, what they're doing, they're only rushing forward because they feel like we can cover you, but we can also get to the quarterback if need be. Vesperis sees that. He sees a hole in the middle of that North Dakota defense and does a great job of taking advantage of it and picking up a nice little 5-yard gain.
Lead rusher for Tech in this game, Vesperis. He takes a shot downfield. He's got his tight end open. Brian Courtney in the end zone for the score. Tennessee Tech right back in this game. Massive throw from Vesperis to Courtney for the touchdown.
And you have Vesperis say, okay, Doc, you didn't really like my body language in the first half. How about this? Courtney, do a seam route. Courtney runs the seam route, runs right past his defender, and Vesperis throwing a great ball, great velocity, great air. Courtney, great catch, great touchdown, great crowd noise, great excitement, and that wasn't so great if you're Tennessee Tech. Anyway, the touchdown, we got us a 10-6 ball game.
Talking all high on Tennessee Tech, they missed the extra point, so the score remains 10-6 after this touchdown catch from Brian Courtney. Tech right back in this game. Welcome back to the NCAA FCS playoffs on ESPN. 10-6, the lead for North Dakota, but Tennessee Tech finally finding the end zone. First time today. It took until the third quarter, a touchdown pass from their fifth-year senior quarterback, Koa Vesperis, to his tight end, Brian Courtney. That's exactly what Tennessee Tech wanted to come out with to start the second half.
Indeed, that's exactly what they needed from their OVC Big South Player of the Year in Vesperis. And Courtney, he's someone you can't lose sight of. They really didn't lose sight of him. He just ran right past him, and Vesperis with a beautiful ball. And Bobby Wilder said, we talked about it. We're a second-half team. We're going to continue to stay consistent and show you all we're a second-half team. And they're definitely, the Golden Eagles definitely showing their positive second-half teamishness in this first drive of the second half.
Back-to-back touchdowns for Brian Courtney. He had one last week in their win against UT Martin. He played 3 seasons at Florida State, and he's been a great addition to this Tennessee Tech offense this year.
I think Coach Wilder went out and got 7 transfers on that offense to add to that offense this year, and all of them big-time players.
The Golden Eagles did miss the extra point, so the score remains 10-6. North Dakota with a field goal and a touchdown pass in the first half. As the wind certainly has picked up in the second half here in Cookeville, Tennessee. Cold, windy, cloudy afternoon for the first round of the SCS playoffs.
That's exactly what both kickers are going to say. Kelsey just gave him a nice little out. Well, the wind was kind of bad, man. Just missed a couple of kicks.
Seidel fielding it all the way back at the 1-yard line. He is met at about the 23. So Jerry Kaminsky was injured on North Dakota's last drive. We got to see the backup quarterback, Simon Rumfo. We'll see who they come out with here. Kaminsky was hit hard in the head going down on a play. And Tennessee Tech had a big stand on 4th down. So here's Rumfo again, the senior backup quarterback out of Calvin, North Dakota. He sets up shop at his own 23-yard line. We'll see his arm for the first time. That one in and out of the hands of Hayden Stay. And here is the late hit on Jerry Kaminsky on North Dakota's last possession. And he was down on the field for a while after this contact.
Yeah, the hit was definitely tardy and extremely physical and unnecessary. And Kaminsky doesn't look too good because he does not want to be sitting over there.
The play was not reviewed as well. Rumfro. Another pass dropped. Rumfo could have had back-to-back completions, but now it's 3rd and 10.
And when you have a new quarterback in there, even though he's experienced, he is the backup. But when you have a new quarterback, you want to make life easier for him and help him get some confidence. And the best way you can do that is, 1, do some good pass blocking, and 2, catch the rock when he throws it to you. Just a lost opportunity, inexcusable missed ball.
He started all 12 games at quarterback last season. And he stares at a 3rd and 10 here. Got the snap off. In trouble. And he's sacked. Rumfo taking down, who else? Ethan McLaurin. What a game for number 94.
When you talk about excellent effort on McLaurin, watch McLaurin. First of all, he's going to swing around on a stunt. He gets up the field, he gets blocked, he gets engaged by 2 blockers, but he doesn't give up. Look at him slide, gets hit again, but he comes back and gets Rumfo from the back. That is how you win ball games, with the effort that McLaurin just did. I salute, clap, clap you, young Royal, because that is how you play the defensive lineman positioning on defense. Be resilient, have perseverance, and don't give up.
On that last possession, 3 plays for -3 yards as Trey Holloway fields it right at midfield. And Tennessee Tech with great field position coming up.
The Golden Eagles have won it outright. Bauer rolling, throwing. Alexander has it. There is no time on the clock. They are champions.
That was the call from last week as Tennessee Tech completed the double-digit comeback to win the outright conference title, their first since 1975, and the first time in school history. They went 8-0 in conference play. Lots of momentum coming off that win, and they've got some momentum here. Second down for this offense, who had great field position starting at the 50-yard line. Their defense has performing well in the second half so far, and they got a first down here. The carry from Quintel Quinn to move the chains.
That's what happens when you get some momentum, you get some points on the board, make it a 10-6 ball game. You can turn around to your running back and say, we're going to give you the rock again now. Then you can look at your offensive line and say, we're going to give the rock to Quinn. We're going to give it to Quinn, and Quinn turning, picking up a huge first down.
Vesperis looks deep. Robinson incomplete. There was some contact, some jersey pulling, but no flag on the play.
And I got to give it to these North Dakota DBs on both sides, because over here, great coverage, even though some Tennessee Tech fans thought they saw a hole, but even on the other side, it was nowhere for Sullivan to get space to catch the rock, and Vesperis throwing it to play side, and great DB coverage.
Brings up 2nd and 10. Vesperis again will pass and will take another shot. And this one is intercepted. Caught by Jai Martin in the end zone, and he runs it back all the way to the 27-yard line. 2 fumbles and an interception for Kekoa Vesperis in this game.
And when you talk about a huge deflation for Tennessee Tech, but inflation for North Dakota, Vesperis gets pressure, gets smacked in the face, but he had already made the decision to throw that ball. And when he made the decision to throw that ball, he didn't account for number 4 being over there. He thought he had man to man. He had his man open, but he didn't account for that man to man to man. two North Dakota Fighting Hawks over there. And as you see, Tennessee Tech doing a great job of giving the ball away today, and North Dakota taking advantage of each and every last one of those turnovers and missed opportunities.
Well, North Dakota has recorded 3 or more takeaways on 3 separate occasions so far this season, make it 4 with 3 takeaways in this game. Seidel with the carry for the Fighting Hawks. On that play was off the fingertips of Johnny Wiltshire and into the hands of Giant Martin. For the Fighting Hawks, interception, their 15th of the season.
And you got to give Coach Schmidt some credit on defense. He's doing a good job of disguising coverages on Tennessee Tech, leaving them a little confused.
They'll hit the ground again with Seidel. We'll see what North Dakota can do with their backup quarterback in. In their last possession, they had 3 plays for -3 yards. Renfro making changes on 3rd and 4. Hands it off, and he is eaten up in the backfield. Colton Runnell taken down by Theron Gaines. 4th down.
And Theron Gaines, and you talk about digging ditches. He digging the ditch and got some depression going on. Look at Theron Gaines, comes in unblocked and does a great job of getting his hands on the quarterback. And dig, young man, dig. And right now, in the first half, that Tennessee Tech was kind of like digging depressing, but the second half, they've been having a ditch disco because they're feeling really good about how they're playing right now.
Grabbing the shovel, jumping in the ditch and digging. The motto for this year's team. They get the punt off. Trey Holloway with the fair catch. So Tennessee Tech defense has been stellar so far in the second half. We'll see if Visperis can settle back in after throwing that interception on the last drive.
He has to settle back in because talking to Coach Wilder, he said his team was not going to win if Visperis didn't play well. So he gives him the leeway to take chances. He's taking some chances and come up with some turnovers today, but they have to continue to keep the ball in his hand because talking to head coach and talking to the Golden Eagles, they understand they don't have any chances of winning this ball game if he doesn't play well.
He's pressured and he is taken down. Visperis brought down and sacked by Vengorowski.
And when you talk about a defensive lineman engages the offensive lineman, he engaged them, then he got the push-pull on him. Engaged them, pulled them, tossed them to the side, and gets to Visperis for a huge sack.
4th sack by North Dakota today. Visperis, little sidearm, and a one-handed catch to Qdarius Jennings. It'll be 3rd and long for the Golden Eagles. Both teams have struggled on 3rd down today. Tennessee Tech converting on 2 of 8. Over the middle and batted away, incomplete.
Once again, North Dakota coming out, too high shell. They understand it's 3rd and long, dropping back in the zone, and they had every zone taken care of. Coverage perfect, causing an incompletion.
So the punt unit comes back out. Here's Spencer Ashby. He had his first punt attempt blocked in the first half. That was one of the mistakes North Dakota capitalized on. And he fakes it, he's on the move! But he still manages to get it off. And this one rolls down to the 20-yard line, and a flag is on the field.
I think he ran past
the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, ran past the line of scrimmage. He was trying to make a play. I'm going whispering because the referees are whispering to one another. Kicked it past the line of scrimmage. I think that's what they're looking at.
It looked like he had green grass in front of him.
He had a lot of green grass in front of him, but he also saw some North Dakota green too. So he was like, I need to get this ball. I need to get this ball up out of here.
Illegal kicking on the kicking team, number 85. That penalty is a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. It also includes a loss of down. First down.
So first down for North Dakota, and let's take another replay of this one. Ashby with a costly penalty for Tech, as North Dakota has great field position when we come back. Well, after the illegal kick from Tennessee Tech, North Dakota now takes over on the Golden Eagles' 19-yard line. They flip the field, and they got a great opportunity to score here in the third quarter.
Just a huge mistake by Tennessee Tech about the punter. I understand what he saw. He was trying to avoid getting the punt blocked. He did a good job of side-swiping the rusher, then makes a decision to bring the ball down. He saw some green grass, but in the process of that, moving up the field, he saw some green North Dakota Fighting Hawks, so he thought he could pick up the first down, figured he couldn't pick up the first down, and kicked it. And makes a huge mental error, giving North Dakota this ball so close, pretty much in the red zone of Tennessee Tech.
Here's a great opportunity for backup quarterback Simon Rumfo. There's some movement on the play. The flag comes out. It was nearly picked off. Tennessee Tech picked it up. They're running it back. And spinning. Here's Purdy, who's finally taken out of bounds. This may be coming all the way back.
Well, you have an offside, so you get a free play. With the free play, you get the pick, then you just let the ball go. You're trying to give it to your teammate. He picks it up, but all left for naught because it was an offside with Tennessee Tech, and I think everybody realizes that. He just said we have offside.
Someone jumped on the line for the Golden Eagles. So another penalty hurting Tech. North Dakota was going for a shot at the end zone.
And I think Rumford took the shot because he understood it was a free play. It was an underthrown ball, ends up with the pick, but he was like, hey, it's the push, and it's not going to matter anyway. But he would have loved to complete it. Could have been a touchdown, but not only that, it gives him some confidence. It's almost like making a shot, finally seeing a shot fall.
Officials still talking this one through.
Love the communication. They're definitely talking it out.
See the white hat, Kelly Holman, referee for today's game.
The ruling on the play is an interception, a fumble, and recovered by the defense. We have 2 fouls on the play. The play is under review.
So ruling on the field. Interception, fumble, recovery.
Let me back up and throw my hands up. You see one jump offside, but then you see Rumford throws the ball up. You get a pick. Okay, we got the pick. I get it, but now I'm going to give it to my teammate. Yeah, take that. No, fumble, scoop, scamper. No score now. Scoop and scamper. Slide down. Review. Does that make sense?
Lots to dissect.
Does that make sense?
And then right here, another flag coming out.
Unnecessary roughness, I can see that too. But I've been wrong a couple of times today, so who knows? I should have packed my glasses.
Let's go ahead and take a look at this one. That was intended for Deng Deng. It was intercepted by Leon Thomas, who handed it to Caleb Purdy. Like you mentioned, he scooped it up, scampered downfield after what we believed was an offsides.
I think Rumford thought the same thing. He thought they had a free place. I'm just gonna throw it up to Deng Deng. Now he says dang because he ends up throwing a pick. It's just a lot going on. So say you, white hat.
After reviewing the play, offside defense, number 90. After the interception, a dead ball foul, personal foul, horse collar on the intercepting team. We'll penalize the 5 yards and then the 15 yards as a dead ball foul. It's first down and 20.
Well, after all that, there's our answer. It was an offsides.
So was my test question answered? Was I correct at first?
You were correct.
Thank you.
I'm glad we cleared that up.
I need to get my test sheet back to the teacher and take that red mark off of it. So we got some confusion.
You get 5 yards, then the horse collar, 15 yards. So now it is first and 20. Ball is on the 29-yard line for North Dakota.
So it actually turned up to be a free play because they were offside, but they still called the horse collar on the play that was, yeah, okay. Got it, North Dakota. Let's see. Yeah, good job.
Oh, North Dakota resets. Quick throw, run throw, connects, but DeMontenac, he gets a nice gain on the play inside the 20-yard line. Clock is moving under 5.
That's what you do. Come out to Montenac. Get it out in the flat, stop route, get up the field, gets up some positive yardage. He does that. Hopefully Rumford, if you're North Dakota, can get some kind of rhythm and confidence going.
12-yard gain on the play sets up 2nd and 8. DeMontenac again on the reception inside the 15. And it's 3rd down. Tennessee Tech defense looking for a stop here. Pressured, Rumfo hit, incomplete. Tennessee Tech brought the blitz as Rumfo went down.
And that's exactly what Tennessee Tech has done several times since Rumfo has came into the ball game, by blitzing, putting pressure on him, making him make quick decisions, making him make a quick decision. He missed the throw, but that's what you want to do when you get a new quarterback to come in and put pressure on him, force him to make decisions fast, switch things up. The Golden Eagles doing a good job of doing that.
Kenton Loffman into kick. He missed at 31, but he hit one at 37 back in the 1st quarter. Play called dead. Flag on the field.
False start, offense, number 63. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So false start on North Dakota. Pushes the field goal attempt back 5 yards. And it is no good. Far left. 2nd missed field goal on the day for Kenton Loffman. And the score remains 10-6, North Dakota lead.
So many missed opportunities. Now he is kicking into the wind, but still, and you can see that ball just veer to the left, and that wasn't even close.
So that penalty, costly. As he missed a 36-yard field goal attempt.
Both teams leaving a lot of points on the football field during this ball game.
So the 20-yard line is where Kekoa Vesperis and the Golden Eagles will take over. First pass, incomplete, intended for Sullivan.
And Vesperis just missed it. Sullivan has some space, but Vesperis, he's missed on several throws during this ball game because Sullivan, he has some space. It was there. He just threw it too far in front of him.
Vesperis 23 of 38 today. Play action. Looking downfield. Incomplete. Pass intended for Noah Robinson. That'll bring up 3rd down.
And you got to go. You go to your playmaker. You got man-to-man. You got one-on-one with Robinson out there. It's just great coverage. He threw the ball while only Robinson can get it, but Robinson couldn't get it because the DB coverage was too good.
The Golden Eagles have only converted on 2 third down attempts today. Screen pass out to Littles. Doesn't gain anything on the play. So quick work by this North Dakota defense forces a 3-and-out.
Well, the Fighting Hawks brought pressure. They brought pressure. You saw 4 DBs in the backfield. They showed like they were about to rush 8, but they ended up rushing 7 and got to Vesperis, made him do the check down in the screen. Didn't really give him any opportunity to throw the ball anywhere else because they put such good pressure on him.
So Ashby will have to punt it away. And tripped up. is Zach Lewis on the punt return. Well, in just a few short weeks, a champion will be crowned, and they're doing it just about an hour away from here in Cookeville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee is the site for this year's FCS Championship, taking place on January 5th. Dakota with the ball on the run. And here are the dates. The FCS playoffs currently in the first round, taking place on November 29th. Next weekend will be the second round, followed by the quarterfinals and semifinals. And like we mentioned, on January 5th, a national champion will be crowned in Nashville, Tennessee. Simon Rumfo in at quarterback. Play action. Across the middle of the field, he connects with Nate DeMontenac. And he continues to push the pile. Gains a couple yards after that catch for a big gain.
And that's what North Dakota wants to see. Look at DeMontenac. Presses up the field. Skinny post, and Rumfo gets it to him right out of his break. Big body makes a big catch because he has the advantage, the size advantage, and good catch, and that's what Rumfo needs to see. Completions, completions, completions.
That was a 25-yard completion to Montenac. Biggest play we've seen from Rumfo in this game as he hands it off. And to Seidel, and it's a fumble. Tennessee Tech comes up with it. It is another turnover. And the Golden Eagles gain momentum right back.
And look at the big dog, number 9, Theron Gaines, coming off the field extremely hyped up, and he should be hyped up. Sawyer Seidel gets it, nice cut, but then the boom and the rip, 3-3 knocks it out of there. And look at all those Golden Eagles jumping on the golden egg. The golden goose ended up being Seidel. He didn't want to be that, but the golden egg, the Golden Eagles gets it, get it. Huge turnover, huge opportunity for them.
Golden Eagles only trailing by 4. Here's Vesperis in the air and nearly picked off. This North Dakota defense wanted another interception.
What a great read. I mean, a great break on that ball, and that's what you wanted. Number 3 been making plays the entire game. Vesperis thought he had him open, just nice read and nice break on it, and Vesperis almost got picked off and turned the ball over again, so he avoided a catastrophe.
2 turnovers for North Dakota, 3 for Tennessee Tech in this game. In the air, overshot. Looking for his tight end, Brian Courtney. He had the touchdown earlier in this third quarter. 3rd and 10. Vesperis taking a shot downfield to Robinson, and a flag comes out. It looks like this drive's going to stay alive for the Golden Eagles.
Pass interference, number 27 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
And that's why you have to keep taking chances and keep taking opportunities down the field, especially when you have big-time players and big-time receivers like Robinson. Give him an opportunity. Either he catches the ball or he gets a penalty called on him, and they call pass interference, and they just gave Tennessee Tech new life, more life. 15-yard penalty, first down.
They're in UND territory. Fakes the pitch, Vesperis in trouble. Ball comes out. UND ball. 3 fumbles on the day for Kekoa Vesperis.
Kelsey, all I can say is, mama, there go that man again. It's Lance, who's a bad rucker. Just watch Lance Rucker once again just chasing Vesperis down. That's what you call going hunting. Lance Rucker has been hunting the entire day. Came into this ball game with 7.5 sacks. Look at him, goes through the double teams. He just absolutely trashes one, gets to Vesperis and said, let me have that. We have made acquaintances a couple of times today. We're going to make it again. And Lance Rucker has dominated this football game.
And again, the Fighting Hawks have the ball. It's a good first down run for a gain of about 8 from Gavin Zebar. You mentioned Lance Rucker, one of the captains on this North Dakota jersey wearing, North Dakota roster wearing the number 0 jersey. Forces the 3rd fumble by Vesperis today.
Tennessee Tech coach is worried about Lance Rucker, and you see why, because he has raised all kinds of havoc, making all kinds of plays, and he's left Vesperis feeling pretty dejected.
On the ground, it's a first down run. On the carry, it's Zebarth again, moving the chains for North Dakota. Closing in on the end of the 3rd quarter. That is how the 3rd frame will end. Chaos in the 3rd quarter here in Cookeville. Back and forth, fumbles, turnovers all over the place. But it's a 10-6 lead for North Dakota heading into the 4th. Heading to the 4th quarter in Cookeville. Doc Holliday and Kelsey Casper with you for this FCS playoffs opening round matchup between North Dakota and Tennessee Tech. And Doc, that 3rd quarter was just chaos. Turnovers left and right, momentum going back and forth. North Dakota has plenty of momentum right now, but it's still just a 4-point game.
It is. In Tennessee Tech, you know, Coach Bobby Wilder said he needed his best player to play their best and be the best player on the field. And that's been Fisparis, but so far he's been one of the worst players on the field because he's made all kinds of mistakes.
On the run, it's a great game for Gavin Seabarth, and North Dakota has been having to do this with their backup quarterback. Jerry Kaminsky was injured in the first half. He has been out, and Simon Rumpho has been the starting quarterback for the Fighting Hawks. They're getting a look at Jerry Kaminsky on the sidelines. He got hit hard in the head, and he was down for a significant amount of time. So Simon Rumpho, who started last season, is in at QB here. They'll hit the ground again. It's Seabarth, good enough for a first down.
Well, with both of these teams, if you're North Dakota, you're like, okay, we've lost our starting quarterback, Jerry Kaminsky, he's out. We don't have one of our best players in B.J. Fleming because he hasn't played. But just looking at Kaminsky, this is what got him out of here. Kutris lays a lick on him while he's on the ground. And
no penalty, no review,
exactly.
No nothing.
Good point. No penalty, no review, or anything. But Kaminsky sent to the sideline, sent to the bench after that play.
And they'll just continue to pound the ground. And that was the day for Jerry Kaminsky. 9 of 18 for 98 yards, had a touchdown, as well as an interception. The sophomore quarterback has been great for North Dakota this season, throwing 26 touchdowns, including the one to Dang Dang this afternoon. He'll keep it this time. Rumpho inside the 15. Right at the line to gain, but he's just short. Third down.
And your Rumpho, you fake it to the running back, would make the running back turn into a lead blocker, and he tried his best to stretch for the first down. Didn't get it. Now Tennessee Tech with a huge third and short stop opportunity, but North Dakota with a huge third and short get opportunity.
Third and 2, ball on Tech 16. Quick pass to the far sideline to Montenac inside the 10, reaching for the 5, and he gets a first down.
And that's just easy work right there. That's an easy pitch and catch. You got Montenac, just send him on the bubble screen. No Tennessee Tech defender followed him. He's out there by himself, gets a great block from the receiver out in front of him, picks up a huge first down.
It's first and goal for the Fighting Hawks. I'm not sure we've had a first and goal in this game.
Good point.
But an opportunity for the Fighting Hawks to take a 2-score lead. Fakes the throw. Pass was tipped by Theon Gaines.
Rumpho trying to get a little pump and go going. Fake the quick throw, then try to give it to his outside receiver on the fade. Tennessee Tech doing a good job of recognizing what the ball is and getting their hands up and deflecting that pass.
Here's North Dakota in the red zone this season. 57 trips have resulted in 39 touchdowns and 7 field goals. They've struggled in the kicking game today. Let's see if they can get it done on the ground. They will! Colton Brunell in the end zone for the score. The redshirt freshman extends the Fighting Hawks lead.
And that's what you want. Just watch this play. Just get it, slide over, take the draw, and look at that hole. Look at the beautiful blocking. You got the offensive tackle with the great kickout block on the end of the line of scrimmage. Then you got your guard and your center with great seal blocks. That makes a huge hole for Colton Brunell, and Brunell doing his job, getting through the hole, able to pretty much walk in for an easy touchdown. And that's running back. I love to see good running back playing, good offensive line playing. Huge hole, and that's what you call a 6.
17-6, the lead for North Dakota in the fourth quarter.
That's not.
North Dakota taking a 17-6 lead over Tennessee Tech with under 12 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. The first round of the FCS playoffs. So Kenton Loffman back to kick things off. Trey Holloway back to receive for the Golden Eagles. He'll catch it at the 1, fake the little handoff, past the 20, takes it down right at the 20-yard line as we take a look back at this touchdown. The run from Colton Brunell.
Look at the 701 moving company. Look at them moving bodies. Sealed outside, sealed inside, Brunell. Easy walk in, and that is what you call a statement run, a statement play, a statement touchdown, because the Fighting Hawks are known for running that rock, and they ran that rock to perfection on that touchdown.
And they take an 11-point lead. And eaten up in the backfield. Aiden Littles goes down. Malachi McNeil on the defensive end.
And we haven't called Malachi McNeil's name too often today, but he making you call his name late in this ball game when they needed Malachi McNeil coming up with a huge one-on-one stop with the running back. And that's how it is. RB versus LB. LB won that one.
It's 2nd and 12. They lost 2 on the play. Here's Vesperis, and it's intercepted. Johnny Wiltshire with the pick. And this North Dakota defense has been everywhere today.
This North Dakota defense has confused Vesperis the entire game. Sometimes they're running man, sometimes they're running zone. They're switching them up, and coverage once again fools them. And look who's there. He thought he had the crosser, but didn't see the defender right there in great position. So what that tells me that Eric Smith had the perfect defensive call made, and Vesperis has been confused and out of sorts the entire game, and North Dakota comes up with another huge interception.
Second interception thrown by Vesperis. Both coming in the second half. Their 5th turnover of the game. 7 turnovers total. And now North Dakota takes over at the Tech 24, and they'll continue to run. Turning his legs, Gavin Zebarth on the carry. Gain of about 8 on the play.
And we talked about the weight discrepancy between these two teams, this North Dakota offensive line and this Tennessee Tech defensive line, and you can kind of see it right now. They're kind of laying on them and weighing on them and wearing them down the entire game. So that energy we saw from that Tennessee Tech defensive line for the first 2.5 quarters or so, you don't really see it now because those big bodies taking a lot of football out of them.
2nd and 2. Zebarth again on the carry. And that'll move the sticks inside the 15.
North Dakota is totally taking control of this football game right now, and you can see it in their body language and the way they're moving. They're not in any rush, and they don't need to be in any rush. Up 17-6 with 9:40 left in this ball game.
1st and 10. Off to Zebarth, trying to get in on the outside, and he's in! Touchdown, North Dakota! This time it's the senior running back, Gavin Zebarth, in for the score, and UND up 23-6.
And we talked about it, Kelsey. We just said that this North Dakota offensive line been weighing on this Tennessee Tech defensive line. And we talk about the size differential. That's when it comes into play. They're kind of worn down, and Zebarth just pretty much walks in around the left side of that North Dakota offensive line. And the 7-on-1 moving company is really, really moving. They're moving the chains.
Play is a touchdown. play is under further review.
They're moving the chains and they're moving the scoreboard. And this North Dakota offensive line and this offense have imposed their will on Tennessee Tech in this fourth quarter.
Well, they're going to take another look at this one, make sure Zebarth was in for the score. But if he is, that is 2 North Dakota touchdowns in just over 2 minutes.
Quick, just like that. Zebarth gets it. No one out of there, and Zebarth steps out of bounds. That's close. Tap. That's foot in. It's the foot before that.
Yeah.
Great camera work.
Here's a great view. Right here. Did he stay in?
That's so close. I don't know if it's enough
to overturn.
Yeah.
After the play, the runner was out at the 3-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal at the 3.
So Zebarth was out of bounds, no touchdown for North Dakota. And they'll have the ball at the 3-yard line.
If I'm North Dakota, you know who I give the ball right back to? Zebarth, because if I'm a running back, say, coach, give it right back to me.
He got his 4th touchdown of the season taken away. He wants it right back. Well, he's lined up right next to Rumfo. Low snap, he gets it, and bulldozes his way into the end zone. That one doesn't need a review. Zebarth in for his 4th touchdown of the year.
Well, Kelsey, see, that's one of those situations. See, Zebarth basically in his head, he was like, you know what, I'm a power back. I like to score physical touchdowns. That first touchdown they just took away, it was a little bit too pretty. It was a little bit too easy. So I want to do it the hard way. He got it the hard way. That touchdown matches his name, because Zebarth is kind of hard for me to say. That was a hard touchdown, but it's a beautiful name. Beautiful points, beautiful touchdown. If you're North Dakota, you're looking at the score and say, that's a beautiful score.
Beautiful score that gives North Dakota a 24-6 lead, but it started with the defense. An interception from Johnny Wiltshire gave his offense another opportunity, and it was Gavin Zebarth who capitalized for the score. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the other scores in the opening round of the FCS Championship. A couple games final. Rhode Island with a win over Central Connecticut. Villanova with a huge win over Harvard. And look at that, Yale with a 1-point win over Youngstown State. And we've got a good one here. North Dakota looking to upset the 14th seed Tennessee Tech on the road. They lead 17-6 over the Golden Eagles. And they just had the last touchdown score. You're looking at him right there. Gavin Zebarth running it in for the extra 6 points. PAT was good, and North Dakota up 24-6 over the 13th seed on the road.
These Golden Eagle fans are stunned.
Kenton Lofton. I'll have to set that one back up. A windy day here in Cookeville. Cloudy, windy. And a stadium under construction here at Tucker Stadium. Going through a big renovation, hopefully to be finished by next year. Well, here we go. Holloway will let that one bounce into the end zone for the touchback. Well, here's the replay of the touchdown.
I'm looking at the touchdown by Zeke Arthur, and I'm looking at number 44. Just look at him, power drive. His defender into the ground. Is that Mason? Is that Mason South 44? Just look at the effort that he celebrated. Not only his touchdown, but that great block. That's what you got to have. You got to have a team effort. They got a team effort. Zeke Arthur gets the touchdown, great physical run, but he got some great blocking and a lot of help.
Well, now Tennessee Tech will have to put something together if they want to mount a comeback in this fourth quarter. Pass caught by Sullivan. Kakoa Visperis has struggled today, throwing multiple interceptions, lost a few fumbles. Coming into this game, he only had thrown 5 interceptions all season. He has 2 today.
Yeah, as a quarterback, that's something you do not want to see. 3 fumbles, 2 picks, sacked 4 times.
He'll opt for the quick pass here. Sullivan right at the first down marker.
And if you're North Dakota, you're going to give up this. You're going to give up everything underneath. You just don't want to let anybody get behind you, give up any big plays. And Eric Smith with his team playing extremely well right now, and he's just looking. He's 8.5 minutes away from advancing to the second round.
Visperis will take it himself, and he'll get the first down. Tennessee Tech did trail by double digits in their last game to UT Martin.
And you look at the energy from this North Dakota defense. You score a couple of times, you get a lot more energy, you get a lot more confidence, and you get a lot more swagger.
Visperis lunging forward out of trouble. Under 8 to go in this fourth quarter. It was 10-0 at halftime. North Dakota has scored 14 points in this fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. Visperis with time. Over the middle of the field. Holloway with the catch at the 45. Moving the chains for the Golden Eagles. Biggest play we've seen in a while.
We have, and that is something positive for Visperis. He's back there. He gets enough time to throw the ball, and Holloway on the crossing route. And I love what Holloway does, not only the route, but the effort. But watch Visperis gets hit by Lance Rucker again. Rucker is, that's all I can say is,
20 yards for Holloway. Here's the blitz, and down goes Visperis. And it's North Dakota ball. Somehow the ball came out, and they're ruling it a fumble on the field. Recovered by the Fighting Hawks.
This North Dakota defense has been downright just robberous the entire game. Visperis had a couple of positive plays, but North Dakota bringing some pressure, and they get to him again, and he, once again, being too loosey with the ball and able to cause a fumble and gives it up. And a horrible day continues to be a no good, bad, even more horrible day by Visperis. But if you're North Dakota, this and Eric Smith in this defense, and you see Visperis getting a pat on the back, but he's been getting a lot of pats on the back from that North Dakota defense because they've just had him totally discombobulated the entire game.
It's been a tough day for this Tennessee Tech offense. A team that averages 42 points per game has been held to 6. Here with 7 minutes to go in this fourth quarter. Seeing Malachi McNeil, one of the captains on this team, certainly pleased with how this defense has performed.
And he should. And Malachi McNeil, one of their best defenders. And we didn't call his name much in the first half, but we definitely called his name in the second half.
And the run on the ground has been key this second half North Dakota offense. Here's Gavin Zebarth again.
And that's one of those second and third opportunities from Zebarth as a running back. You never want to die easily, and Zebarth just continuing to run hard. And he's a big running back, North Dakota, big offensive line. And you can see this Tennessee Tech defense, as well as they played in that first half, just that size has kind of overwhelmed them in the second half, and talked about it taking a lot of football out of them. It have, but that North Dakota 7-on-1 moving company continues to move bodies and put bodies on bodies and make up a lot of space.
2nd and 3. On the ground is Brunel. Takes it past the 40-yard line. And that's another first down for the Fighting Hawks.
And you see the offensive linemen, they're clapping their hands because they know exactly what they're doing right now. They know they have total control of this Tennessee Tech defensive line, and they can see and hear what the Tennessee Tech defensive linemen and defenders are saying, and their body movements and their body language. And I guarantee that North Dakota offensive line, they're talking to each other saying there's nothing they can do to stop us from blocking them and moving them out of the way right now.
7-on-1 moving company doing their job. On the handoff, Brunel takes it to the outside. Past the 30 for another Fighting Hawks first down. This North Dakota team coming into this game with a 7-5 record. They had 5 blemishes on their schedule, but against really good teams.
And once again, not only great blocking from the offensive line, the receivers, the tight ends, another great block, another great run, and just all kinds of room to run. And right now, Tennessee Tech defense is not defending at all, and North Dakota getting anything they want on the ground. This with a backup quarterback.
Only gave up a total of 17 combined points in those 5 losses. They held their own against the #1 team in the country, North Dakota State. They also faced #3 Montana, brought both of those games down to the wire, and they led in both of those games for over 95% of the contest. I mean, that gives you a ton of confidence knowing that you can compete with anyone in the country.
It lets you know what kind of team you have. See, what we talked about, you just can't look at the 75 record. Somebody may look, okay, their record is 75, but those losses have been close losses. They've been in battles the entire season. They were in a battle today, and they've been able to withstand that battle and overtake the battle against the Tennessee Tech team that really wasn't in too many close battles during the season.
The flag comes in. It's to be offsides on the defense.
Offside, number 94 of the defense in the neutral zone with contact. 5-yard penalty and still 2nd down.
He gets a pass. That's McLaurin. He gets as many big plays he's played today. He gets a pass. If I was him, I just would have stayed in the game. Coach probably brought him out because he jumped offside. But if I'm McLaurin, I'm like, nah, Coach, I've been balling the whole game. I'm not coming out.
Well, this Tennessee Tech defense kept them in the game. Through halftime, probably 3/4 of the way through the 3rd quarter as well.
And he's a big reason because of that, because he was making plays and raising all kinds of heck the entire game.
But North Dakota looking to redeem their opening round loss back in 2023. They lost to Sacramento State at home, 42-35. On the ground, this is Charles Langema on the carry. First carry of the day for the freshman from Minnesota. That'll bring up 3rd down.
But if you're North Dakota, you're telling your running back, look, don't go out of bounds. Do your best to get tackled inbounds to keep this clock. running. That will be the only negative about a play like that, but they called a timeout. So I understand Tennessee Tech trying to call a timeout to get some more football into this game.
Getting another look at the bracket here, at least our portion. The winner of this game advancing to face the 4 seed in Tarleton State next Saturday. That game will be 1 Eastern on ESPN+. Villanova already got the win over Harvard. They advanced to play Lehigh next Saturday noon on ESPN+. Well, it's 3rd and 3 for North Dakota. Ball on the Golden Eagles' 18-yard line. They have just continued to run the ball in this second half, and they do it here. They keep pushing for more yards. He's in! The freshman, Charles Langema, working his way to the end zone.
They are worn down. You can see 19 with his hands on his hips. You see 29 shaking his head. It's really nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. 7-on-1 moving company. The running back comes in there. He knows there's going to be a hole in there, and he's fresh. North Dakota, I know they played about 5 or 6 running backs, and you keep the same. Oh my, yeah. It's just been domination. In this second half, it's just been total domination. And Tennessee Tech with a lot of fight, but North Dakota has taken a lot of fight out of it.
I need another look at this.
And there
I thought the play was dead.
Yeah, they did too, but he didn't. So, because not only is he running through tackles, you have a defender that's trying to tackle him, but number 3 is still blocking him, and he's going to block him off. Look at the effort. That's a little pull in the grab, but hey, he didn't get caught. But anyway, great run. That's just a great run. It's just impressive. It's just impressive the way they dominated this ball game in the second half, this offensive line.
First touchdown of his career, the freshman Charles Langema, extending North Dakota's lead as you take a look at the rush yard comparison. 202 compared to just 18 from Tennessee Tech. We have talked about the struggles for Kekoa Vesperis, but they've had to throw the ball because they've struggled with the run all game.
North Dakota hasn't given up much of anything. And that last touchdown was by Charles Langema. I want to say his name. Because his parents might be listening. You said his name, because what's Langema? Charles Langema. Got it.
Out of Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Maple Grove, Minnesota.
Making a big play in the playoffs.
Got to give it to Tennessee Tech. They've had an amazing season. 11-1, 8-0 in conference. Bobby Wilder doing some great things, but Eric Smith doing some equally impressive things with his ball club.
They'll hand it off on the ground. Here's Jennings trying to get around the corner. Gets positive yards out of it. Yeah, there's a bright future for the Golden Eagles. Like you mentioned, 11 wins for the first time in program history. Also went undefeated in conference play for the first time ever. And also earlier this year, they were on a 15-game winning streak. That was the longest in the country. Certainly a lot to hang your hat on this season and build off of for the years to come. Because Bobby Wilder signed a new contract this week, extending him by 5 years.
He's going to be here, and he should be here. He's done a great job everywhere he's been. He's done a great job since he's been here at Tennessee Tech, and he wants to continue to do a good job, and I know he is because he's a good coach.
Wearing his son's sweatshirt, the starting center on this team, as the pass is caught by Holloway. That's a first down for Tennessee Tech.
Kelsey, if you're North Dakota, you got to start thinking about next week. Comiskey, what's his availability? Will he be able to play? B.J. Fleming, somebody who didn't play today. Will he be healthy enough to play? So they're advancing, but they have some questions to answer.
The competition only gets tougher as you move on in this bracket. We reached the 2-minute timeout here in the fourth quarter. 31-6, the North Dakota lead over Tennessee Tech. Looking to hang. Two minutes left to play in the fourth quarter of this first round FCS playoff matchup between North Dakota and Tennessee Tech. All but finished here in Cookeville. Tennessee Tech with the ball. Like you mentioned, North Dakota now already looking forward to what's next.
Yeah, what's next is Tarleton in Stephenville, Texas. And Eric Smith can't wait to get to next week because this team came out in this first round playoff game here on the road and played like the home team. If they're not the home team, they came and took territory today. Dominant performance by his ball club offensively and defensively, despite missing one of his top receivers, despite losing his quarterback in the third quarter to an injury. That machine continued to move on and continue the domination.
This defense has only given up 27 rush yards in this game. Forced 5 turnovers as Vesperis gets this one out. It's caught for a first down and past midfield. There's Noah Robinson on the reception.
And I'm glad to see Vesperis still out there. You start the game, you finish the game. Despite how badly, how poorly you've played, be out there when the last light goes off with your team in this ball game and continue to play hard. And he seems to still be focused and trying to play hard and make plays.
And he's taken down here. The defense swallowing him up. That's Tyler Henry coming up with the sack.
Henry gets in and gets his name called and makes a big play. And Aspara's been put on his bum a lot here today.
Asparas connects with Holloway. Brought to the 44-yard line. Asparas today has been sacked 6 times for a loss of 21 yards. Over the middle of the field, batted away, incomplete. 4th down.
So you get the reserve defenders coming here, and they have the same kind of similar success than the quote-unquote ones. That's what you call a team defensive mentality and mindset. Everybody is going to play hard, and that's exactly what Eric Smith, the North Dakota alum, wants, and the national champion, a national champion.
Asparas on 4th down. Incomplete, out of the reach of Sullivan. And that will do it. North Dakota fans on their feet as their Fighting Hawks will advance to the next round.
You know what's good, Kelsey? We see a lot of North Dakota fans here on their feet giving their team a standing ovation, but we also see a lot of Tennessee Tech fans on their feet giving their team a standing ovation because of the season that they just had. Regardless of what happened here today, showing their appreciation for how well their Golden Eagles played this season.
Well, North Dakota will take a knee, and the Fighting Hawks season is still alive. North Dakota comes into Cookeville and takes down the 13th seed Tennessee Tech to advance to the 2nd round of the FCS playoffs. You see both head coaches, Bobby Wilder and Eric Schmidt, shaking hands at midfield. Both coaches young in their tenures at their respective universities. Both programs certainly with bright futures ahead.
And you see both coaches, you can tell they have a tremendous amount of respect for one another. I'm pretty sure Coach Smith loves what Coach Wilder is doing with his program, and Coach Wilder loves what Coach Smith is doing with his program. So good game, 2 good coaches, 2 good teams.
And you see North Dakota, their name advancing, moving on next Saturday, 1 Eastern on ESPN+. They'll face the 4th seed Tarleton State.
I'm pretty sure Tarleton State been watching, listening to you today, Kelsey, watching everything that North Dakota's been doing and everything I've been saying. So North Dakota will see you all next week, Tarleton State.
There's still a lot of question marks, though, for next week.
It is.
For North Dakota, at least.
It is. So
we'll have to wait and see. We will hear from North Dakota head coach Eric Schmidt as Bobby Wilder gets one more moment with his fans as we welcome first-year head coach Eric Schmidt. Eric, congratulations on the win, advancing to the 2nd round. A dominant performance today, 31-6. How do you like the way your team came out on the road in the 1st round of the playoffs?
Yeah, I just thought defensively we were solid all day. I thought it was really big for us, all the turnovers, to make sure they couldn't get momentum. And then offensively, I just think, it's body blows, right? Like you got to just keep pounding the rock, and then eventually, some of those 2s and 3s and 4-yard runs start turning into 8s and 9s and 10s and 15s. So that's kind of been our recipe, and the one good thing for us all year long, if you look at our record, we lost a lot of close games, so to be able to finish and really do a really good job in the 4th quarter was big for us.
Hey, Coach Smith, Doc Holliday here. Hey, look, man, I was a running back, you was a big line. There you go, dog. I was about to ask for a smile, man. I know you're intense, but what your team just did to come out here and dominate the way you all dominated, despite playing without B.J. Fleming, then losing your starting quarterback, man. Just what that says about your program.
Yeah, I mean, it's so what now what, right? Like, that's why you have all these guys out here and why you practice all the time and make sure that the next guy is ready to go. I just think, this isn't about the outcome today. This is all about the process, and it's every single day, we talk about going 1-0, and obviously people think playoff games are important. They are, but every day is important in our organization. It's we have a precise calendar, and we're trying to do things that are really important every day, and I think our guys have just bought into that, and they really lean on the work and believe that when they step on the field, they put in the work in, and that they got a great opportunity to be able to be successful.
Coach, a couple question marks heading into next week. You don't know if you're going to be without your starting quarterback, Jerry Kaminsky. Any update on him?
Yeah, I think I think he got hit just right. I mean, he was coherent and all that kind of stuff. I think just making sure that we take care of him. Number one, he's a tough kid. We run him a lot, and then Simon Renfro. You talk about this day and age of college football. He was the starter all of last year, and obviously didn't get a chance to be able to start this year. Jerry beat him out, but just put his head down, played receiver for us. Played some special teams for us. Just whatever you can do to help the team, and guys like him, he's endeared himself to our team, and that's why you're successful. Is just because of guys like him, man. Just put his head down and went to work and found out a way to be able to help our football team.
We'll certainly have a lot of momentum heading into the second round. Congrats on the win, Coach. Thanks for your time.
Yep, thank you.
All right, big dog, congrats.
All right, buddy. Sounds good. Thanks.
That was first-year head coach Eric Schmidt, coaching at his alma mater and getting the win in the first round of the playoffs. As we now hear from one of the best defenders in this game, we welcome in Lance Rucker to the broadcast. Yeah. Lance, thank you so much for joining us. What a defensive effort from the Fighting Hawks today. I mean, you guys forced 6 turnovers in this game. What was the key to victory on that side of the ball?
I was just focusing on our preparation. I mean, going 1-0 every play.
Hey, Lance, it's Doc Holliday. Hey, man, first of all, you're a bad mother rucker, man. What is going on with you today, man? Because you were out there raising all kinds of hits. What did you see to let you know you can come out there and dominate the way you dominated today, young man?
I mean, I just watched film. I mean, focused on what I can do to impact our defense and what I can do to make plays.
Lance, this team has lost a lot of close games this season. How did it feel to come out here on the road and dominate in the opening round game?
It felt good to be back, man. The Hawks are back. Go Hawks.
And Lance, and once again, man, looking forward to next week. Now you all moved on to the second round. How can you all build on this? Because they came out and played so well, man, despite losing your starting quarterback. But you and the rest of those North Dakota defensemen, it really ain't no problem. So what's our focus going into next weekend?
I mean, just focusing on our preparation, going 1-0 through the week and 1-0 every day.
Well, you're starting 1-0 in the playoffs. Thank you so much, Lance. Congratulations on the win.
Congrats,
man.
Thank you.
Lance Rucker, a big part of this defensive victory for North Dakota, 31-6, the final over Tennessee Tech. Doc Holliday, your final thoughts on this opening round game?
First of all, salute, clap to Tennessee Tech once again. This great season they just had, but even bigger salute, claps for Eric Schmidt and his North Dakota Fighting Hawks team to come in here and perform the way they did. You heard what Coach Schmidt says about body blows. And eventually those body blows turned into knockouts and a KO. He ended up getting KO'd with the rest of this Tennessee Tech Golden Eagles team, but just an impressive game, an impressive win by North Dakota.
Fighting Hawks didn't allow a touchdown in this game as they sealed their first round victory over 13th-seeded Tennessee Tech. It was a fun afternoon in Cookeville for the first round of the FCS playoffs, and it's North Dakota on the road getting the win over 13th-seeded Tennessee Tech. The final score, 31-6. For Doc Holliday and our entire broadcast crew, I'm Kelsey Casper. This has been a presentation of ESPN as we say so long from Cookeville.